for everybody. It's adjustment for the pitcher. He's coming in. Maybe this guy's used to facing 1-2 hitters at the most. Now he's going to face 3 hitters, and if his pitch count gets out of control, which, that's totally on him, throwing the ball. But all of a sudden you have a guy out there with 20-some pitches and maybe 1 out. And you don't have that opportunity with a mound visit to go out there and kill some time to get him. You might have 3 hitters that went by the board at that point. So, and you don't want to get a reliever up as soon as you bring a reliever into the game. That's not really something you want to do either, where you're using extra pitchers every night, even if you don't get them into the game. So that's something you have to look out for the next day and the day after, that we're not getting guys up and burning them in the bullpen and not getting them in the game. So, we have to be cognizant of what the guys have done lately. I try to take a look at it during the first hitter if I think maybe we need to get somebody up. But, baseball's a crazy game. You can throw 4 straight balls and then 12 straight strikes. So you just don't know what's going to happen. So I think the safety net of the mound visit is something that everybody's adjusting to right now, because that was something that we used in order to get a bullpen guy hot and get him in the game.
Well, and tonight, as far as the lineup goes, we get to see some of that versatility. What are a few of the things that you're most excited to see with your lineup tonight?
Well, I want to see Tejeda play left field. I think that's something that we're interested in. We want to be able to move him around this year and get him out from behind the plate some. And, he's taken a real beating here last night and Saturday. It's been a pretty rough go for him behind the plate. But, I think to help his career, we need to show that he can play catch, first, third, left, and obviously DH. But, we need to get him out here in the field a little more and out from behind the plate.
And lastly, it's Detwiler's second start, and you certainly appreciate having him for however long he might be here. And what did you think of his first start on opening night?
I thought he was really, really good. 1 unearned run, 5 innings, whatever, 70-some pitches, whatever it was. But really good command to the bottom of the strike zone with multiple pitches. So I think if Ross comes out and gives us that same effort again tonight, I think we should be okay. And I'm sure he's probably going to want to go a little deeper in the game tonight, but we'll take an eye on the pitch count. I'd say maybe 75 to 90 probably tonight. We'll be somewhere in there, but hopefully those will be efficient. And if he throws 75 to 80 pitches, normally that could be 6 into 7, which would be good for everybody. So we'll just see where it goes. It's only the second start though, of the regular season. So we'll keep an eye on him, and we'll communicate like we do all the time between innings.
All right, Mace, thanks a lot. Good luck tonight.
Yep, thank you.
All right, Revs manager Mark Mason on the Broadway Transmission Managers Report. Revs have taken the field, led out by Ross Detwiler. It is Spring Grove Rockets and Revs night here tonight. Let's join PA man Ray Jensen.
Fans, please rise if you are able and remove all headwear. Performing the national anthem this evening is Orion, select performers from Spring Grove Intermediate School. Thank you to the performers and their families for supporting this event and joining us every year.
Flash gleaming, whose on stripes and bright stars, through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' bright glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
On our national anthem here tonight from Peoples Bank Park, as we are just about set for game time. Game 5 of the season and the middle game of 3 between the Revs and the Bees here this week. Starting lineups are brought to you by Flying Feed. For New Britain, it'll be Alexi Amarista leading off at shortstop. Ozzy Martinez at second base hits second. Alejandro De Aza in center field will bat third. Cleanup man is Jason Rogers at first base. Bijan Rodemaker in right field hits fifth. Jovan Rosa is the DH hitting sixth. Davidson Romero, third baseman, batting seventh. Jonathan Galvez in left field will hit eighth. And Tyler Clark does the catching and bats ninth. Our pal from last season. Again, it's Amarista, Martinez, De Aza, Rogers, Rodemaker, Rosa, Romero, Galvez, and Clark for New Britain. For the Revs tonight, as we said, it's a little bit different lineup for Mace. They'll give JP Sportman a day off. Alexi Casilla leads off at second base. Henry Castillo at third base will hit second. Hitting third in right field is Melky Mesa. Telvin Nash in the cleanup spot will play first. Isaias Tejeda is in left field tonight, batting fifth in the order. Nate Coronado, the DH, hits sixth. Wellington Dotel plays center field tonight, batting seventh. Ryan Dent at shortstop hits eighth, and Corey Bass will do the catching for Detwiler and hit ninth. Again, it's Casilla, Castillo, Mesa, Nash, Tejeda, Coronado, Dotel, Dent, and Bass for the Revs. Detwiler against Lara, and Ross Detwiler making it start number 2 here tonight, and the 8th start of his Revs career. And it's like can't miss theater because you don't know how much longer it is going to last here in York. Certainly hope for his sake. He's back in the big leagues this season. And our Dasher Investment Services first pitch is in at the knees for a strike. And we are underway. It's a 6:33 start time tonight here on a cool, overcast evening. There's the wind, the 0-1, and that's down low. Amarista, the leadoff hitter, their shortstop. Saw him make a tremendous play with the glove last night, just 5'6". Made a leaping grab at the plate. He's 5 for 16, hitting .313. The 1-1. Look out, that's in near his knuckles. He backs away. It's a left against left matchup to start the evening. Revs in the alternate navy with the gold and white stripes. Pitch. It is popped up. Left side of the infield. Castillo right by the third base bag and in foul territory. Both feet were on the other side of the line, and so was the ball. He squeezes for out number 1.
That's a nice first out there for Ross. Went fastball for the first 3 pitches, then mixed it up there, got him way out in front, popping it square up.
64 degrees and cloudy at game time. Our weather brought to you by Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care.
You cold?
No, I'm good for now. And they actually turned on the heat in the press box. We had that new AC running on full blast, I think, since March. Here is Ozzy Martinez, who looks at a strike. Are you cold?
No.
You have your hoodie again.
Again. Till it gets warm.
Pitch is grounded, deep short. Dent backs up, backhands it. Long throw gets him with time to spare. Ryan Dent gets rid of it quickly and throws a strike across to retire Martinez. 2 up, 2 down.
Well, it made that one look a lot easier than that play really is, backhanding it on the cut of the outfield grass, and that throw beat him by 3 steps. It's impressive.
New Britain, by the way, tonight in their road gray. Black numbers and letters, just a hint of gold outlining it. And here's Alejandro De Aza, who last night came within a triple of the cycle. Hit a home run. He's now 5 for 12 at the plate to begin the year. First pitch, it is down low.
They're just 1 for 7 coming in. So he had his Atlantic League wake-up party last night against us.
4 for 5, drove in 3. 2 outs, nobody on. And Detwiler winds, fires. It's a little low. De Aza started but held off. De Aza is one of only 2 Bs in this order that has faced Detwiler in the majors, and he was 1 for 1 off of him with a double. Amarista 0 for 1 off him in the big leagues. The 2-0. And he inside out loops one to shallow left. Tejeda coming in toward the line, can't make the grab. And the ball lands and sticks. Dent has to go grab it from short as Tejeda's momentum took him all the way toward the sidewall down in the New Britain bullpen. He had a long way to go. Diaza ends up standing at second. It will be a double. Now, he was there. He was close with the glove, but he was running at full tilt, and it came down just a hair, maybe nicking the front of his glove and bouncing loose.
Establishing himself as a Revs killer early in his Atlantic League career, Alejandro Diaza. 1 for 7 against everyone else, now 5 for 6 here at Peoples Bank Park.
Here's Jason Rogers, who starts the hands and stops, and a pitch called high, evidently. Our plate ump tonight is Bill Reuter, Scott Hart at first, Steven Zawiski at third base. Rogers 3 for 13 in the early going. A 1-0, breaking ball, checks, appeal to first, and held off in time. Rogers 0 for 4 last night, did draw a walk. His 4th of the year, which is 1 off the league lead. A 2-out bloop double has Diaza at second. He's now 5 for 6 in this series with 3 extra base hits. Detwiler set at the belt. The 2-0, and it's low. Detwiler on opening night, 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 unearned run, no walks, 4 strikeouts. He left with a 3-1 lead. 370 pitches, 52 strikes, only 18 balls. Now ready, here's the 3-0. And taking on the outside corner, it's a strike. At one point, he retired 12 out of 13. And if not for a couple of errors, it would have been 15 out of 16 retired. Now has his sign, he's ready. And 3-1. Fastball in there at the knees for strike 2. 90 miles an hour, popping Corey Bass's mitt. Bass catching him for the second time in as many starts. Now Detwiler ready. And the payoff pitch. Swing and a pop-up. At first, Nash will drift back. Couple steps onto the outfield, and he's got it just behind the infield dirt. And not a whole lot of hard contact against Detwiler in that first inning. No runs, 1 bloop hit, and 1 man left. We've played a half inning. It's the Bees nothing, and the Revs coming up.
Are you one of the many people that has a 401k that is eligible to roll over, but you just haven't done it yet? Maybe you're not sure where was the best place to put it. I'm Tom Dasher of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in helping you getting your 401k and IRA money parked in the best place for you. So if you haven't rolled your 401k yet, or if you're not satisfied with your IRA, call me for a consultation at 487-2096. That's 487-2096. And check out my website at tomdasher.com.
April showers means May flowers. As spring blooms and lawns are growing, so are we at Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. Our team at Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care is growing, and we're seeking qualified candidates to grow with us. Join our world-class team-based environment and get your foot on the lawn of a new career with the leading provider of lawn care, tree care, and landscaping services in York, Adams, and Cumberland counties. Be part of our team. Find out more at heritagelawnandlandscape.com.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
The York Revolution plays here. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
No score. Alexi Casilla digs in to lead things off against B's righty Rainey Lara here in the first inning. First pitch, he shortens and he bunts foul over on the third base side. Not a bad idea. Alexi leading off for the third time with York, one time each of his 3 seasons. As they give JP Sportman the night off, he is, without question to us, the best 2-hole hitter in the league, but can certainly lead off as well. The 0-1, and it's in tight. He turns away. Alexi enters tonight 3 for 8 with a double and a run scored in the early going this season. The 1-1, and he fights it off foul back against the netting. Lara, 1 relief outing coming in. 1 inning, 2 runs, 2 hits, and 2 walks. But he's been a solid starter in 2 years in the league. Former Mets farmhand, was with Bridgeport 2 years ago, New Britain last year. Here's the 1-2. And a swing and a fly ball right center, not deep. De Aza, the center fielder, coming in, takes charge of it and puts it away for out number 1. This is the 5th different lineup used by Mace in 5 games. And tonight, quite a bit different, as we detailed.
Go, Melky! He hit her last night.
Lara 2-6 against the Revs in his career. He started 2-0. And he has lost 6 straight since mid-2017. Doesn't have bad numbers against them, but Revs have managed to get the bulk of the wins. Here's Henry Castillo, who looks at a strike.
He had a pretty poor 2018. Look at his stats. 0-3 with a 5.06 ERA.
That was in 3 starts. He fires, and a swing and a miss. Castillo chasing high. 2017, he went 2-3 against York with a 4.77 in 6 starts. And the 0-2. And a swing and a well-hit ball deep the other way in left field. Galvez looks, and it's high off the arch nemesis. And Castillo into second with an opposite field double. Throw goes toward third base. He is now 3 for 10 to begin the year, and all 3 hits have gone for extra bases. It's his second double.
Henry Castillo, we didn't see him yesterday, but man, when he's in the lineup, no matter what position he plays, it seems like he's always hitting, dating back to his really, really good run at the end of last year.
That was right off the middle of the local IQ sign to the right edge of the arch nemesis. Here's Malky Mesa now. First pitch is down and away, a slider. Mesa coming in 4 for 16, hitting .250, hit his first home run last night. Back-to-back 2-hit games, 2 for 4 last night. Lara with the 1-0, and a swing and a foul tip behind the plate. Tonight is the second start in right field for Malky in his Revs career, but he has played over 200 games in right field in the minors. Against Lara last year, Malky was 4 for 7 with a home run, 2 doubles, 5 RBIs against him. Lara 6'4", 240, sets at the belt, comes home, and a swing and a miss. Fastball up. Kept it away from Malky, though. Revs looking to draw first blood tonight. The opponent has scored first in all 4 games so far. Revs last night down 4 before they got started, but came back for the big win. The 1-2. Breaking ball outside. Lara from Bani, Dominican Republic. Turned 28 last month. It's AAA with the Mets. Now checks, steals, and a slider down low. A full count. Talvin Nash waiting on deck.
Yeah, it's a great eye from Melky on those last 2 sliders. The first one, Lara was pretty certain he was going to swing at, but nice plate discipline here as he works the count full. Much friendlier count.
Now nods yes, brings the hands together. One look back at second, the 3-2. And a swing and a tip foul at the plate. And it squirts behind home. Lara had a good year at AA Binghamton in 2015, 9-5 with a 3.44 ERA. He got bumped up to AAA that year. Struggled back at AA the following year. Now the 3-2 again. And a slider down and away. He stayed with the breaking stuff but missed with it. And Melky with a fine plate appearance works his way on the walk.
Took him a little bit to get going, but man, these last 3 games looked like the Melky of old that we saw last year at the plate. Really confident, doing the things he normally does, whether it be singles, home runs, or great plate discipline for a walk like we saw right there.
Now Talbot Nash, who might give Lara nightmares. He was, or actually in 2 years in the Atlantic League, not just last year, as Romero needs something over at third base, going over toward their dugout. I think he's got mud on his spikes, but Talbot in 2 years that Lara's been in the Atlantic League is 7 for 12 against him with 4 home runs and a triple in 5 games, 6 RBIs. And it's Lara that needs to pry some mud off the bottom of his spikes.
That looked mound visit-ish.
Yeah, right?
Is that part of the rule set?
Guess we're going to look the other way on this one.
Well, I mean, is that one of the things you really have in the rule book dedicated to if there's a muddy shoe out there at the pitcher's mound?
Somehow I doubt they took the time to write that in.
No, but man, they are taking their time. Jeez, and Telvin, hey man, he's not just a fastball hitter. We saw what he did yesterday against Sam Gervasio to win the game. Saw, what, 4 out of the last 5 pitches to Mesa, all sliders. Be careful.
And the last one was crushed. First pitch, fastball away. And Nash is now 6 for 15 this year, 400 average. Home run, double, 3 ribbies. Last night, the 54th home run of his Revs career, 12 away from the record, 5 away from Noack for second. 1-0, and it's down and away. Now, Lara being careful to these guys, staying away from them, but eventually he's got to get one over the plate.
Yeah, one of the best hitters that the Revs have had over the last 3 years, and Tejeda on deck, and then Nate Coronado sitting there in the 6-hole batting .500. So you pick your poison there.
The 2-0, swing and a foul tip to the net. Nash was gearing up, looking for dead red. Lara kept it away from him a bit. That fastball at 87. Lara 2 years ago with Bridgeport, 9-11 with a 4.31 ERA. Much better last year with New Britain, 9-7 with a 3.63. Really one of the more dependable starters in the league last year. The 2-1. It's a called strike away on Nash, who has a look back for Bill Reuter, 2-2. And that one up there at 89. No score, bottom of the first. Revs with a threat. Lights are on here on a dark, overcast night. Lara nods yes. And the 2-2. Swinging a well-hit ball the other way in right. Rodemaker going back, runs it down deep in the gap. And with 1 out already, neither runner was tagging. Castillo was about a third of the way toward third and has to get back. Talvin stung it, but a line drive hard to the gap in right center is caught for out number 2.
The Rodemaker froze there, but the ball hung out just enough for him to get under that. Thought it might be one of those situations we saw last night when he stung one so hard it went right over the head of Darren Ford and left. But Rodemaker, a little bigger and a little more aware, got that glove up in time to make the catch.
Well, the contact for Nash is getting harder and harder. And he obviously sees the ball well off Lara. That's another one that he smoked. Here's Tejeda. 2 on, 2 out. First pitch is a breaking ball low and away. And Tejeda was one of only 2 last night without a hit in the Revs' 11-hit attack. He is 2 for 15 with a double, so he still has not gotten it going yet. Maybe tonight, the 1-0. And it sinks over at the knees. Strike called. Inside corner. Ball and a strike on Tejeda, who's in left field tonight, as we said. And during his first season in York, 2016, he actually did make 9 starts in left, 3 in right. Played 1 other game in left. It was in the Dominican Summer League back in 2010. As Lara steps off, is when he was in the Yankees system coming up. 1-1. And a ground ball down the line at third, just foul. As Tejeda made a bid at runs and extra bases, but just wide of the bag at third, 1-2.
Well, if you want to look at last night, Ryan Dent did the same thing, then worked the count full and hit a home run. It's not the worst thing in the world. I mean, Tejeda, you've seen that transition happen a lot in the major leagues. Catchers, you want to move out there to the left or right field to get them away, especially when they have the hitting prowess like Tejeda does. Kyle Schwarber on the Cubs did that. Bryce Harper, if you want to go way back.
Yeah. There's the stretch. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase a high fastball up around the letters or higher. So the Revs do not score in the first. No runs, 1 hit, 2 men left. And we'll go to the second inning. No score here in York.
Which is better? Getting the perfect set, the perfect approach, and powering through the ball with the perfect hit? Or reading the hitter, moving to the ball, and making the perfect dig? Flying Feet knows the answer. It all depends on which side of the net you're on.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes is Central PA's home court for volleyball, featuring the names that know the game, including Asics and Mizuno. Flying Feet offers volleyball spandex and shorts and the best selection of knee pads around. And Flying Feet is your ankle support connection, featuring Active Ankle, Ultra Ankle, and Zamps, providing engineered precision support. And because volleyball isn't just for the gym, Flying Feet carries a great selection of indoor and outdoor balls and sand socks for working it out on the beach or in the backyard. Flying Feet Sports Shoes, the sportswear specialty store without specialty store prices.
Flying Feet.
1511 Melrose Avenue, just off exit 18 of I-83, next to Battery Warehouse.
With the new Express Sports football and car racing from the Pennsylvania Lottery, you can play your favorite sports at participating retailers, bars, and restaurants. Make your picks on your play slip, like touchdown pass on the third play, or the first 3 cars to cross the finish line, and watch the fast-paced lifelike action on the big screen. With drawings for cash prizes every 5 minutes, there's never a dull moment. Come on. Yes!
Express Sports from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Compete from your seat. Players must be 18 or older. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
You're on York's home for Sixers basketball. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Head of the second inning, still scoreless. Bijan Rodemaker will lead things off. And Detwiler set for his second inning of work tonight. It was a 15-pitch first inning for him, working around a 2-out bloop double. Rodemaker 4 for 10 with a home run to begin the year. First pitch is right there for a strike. Rodemaker third in the league in slugging, fifth in OPS, tied for fifth with a 400 average and very small sample size. The 0-1, and he taps one along the line at first, and it'll stay foul over on the grass. And 2 quick strikes. Our WellSpan Sports Medicine injury report. Mitch Atkins, little soreness. He's missing a start or 2 to begin the year, but threw yesterday and felt very good from what we hear. So that's good news. Detwiler the wind and the pitch. Breaking ball, line to left center field. Dotel on the move, and it's going to get down and past him. As he reached out, could not knock it down. It goes all the way to the LEDs. Rodemaker heading to third. The relay there gets away. And it stays in play and funnels back toward Bass behind the plate. Detwiler over to back up as well. It's going to be a triple.
Well, they're saying it hit the step.
That is hitting coach Chuck Stewart coaching at third, pleading his case. They're going to award him the plate. And now here comes Mace to have something to say about this. Well, that's one that you hope in left center gets knocked down and held to a single, perhaps. Maybe a double, and he ends up circling the bases. Dotel's first start in center tonight, and I'm not sure it was the best angle, and it got down and skipped by him all the way to the wall. Here's Rosa now, and a fastball in for a strike, and then the relay to third getting away. And the Revs, who have now been guilty of at least one error in all 5 games, trail 1-0. There's the wind and the pitch, and a grounder yanked foul down at the end of the third base dugout, 0-2.
You all right?
We have some folks from Spring Grove broadcasting the game tonight. I think one of their cameramen took one off the foot. Detwiler ready, winds, fires, and it's loop foul into the stands, first base side. And also the opponent has now scored first in each of the first 5 games. There's another 0-2. Breaking ball, Rosa trying to check, appeal to first, and they say he held off. Rosa DHing is 3 for 14 to begin the year with a double. Detwiler kicks, fires, and a line drive to right field. This sends Mesa backward. Hit pretty well, but he's there. Had a good beat on it all the way and makes the catch on the line drive to right field. 1 down here in the second inning.
And his first start there in right, first ball hit to him, played that one perfectly, took his first step back, lined it up, and went in for the squeeze. And we've seen him be impressive in left field, too. Didn't have a lot of it last year, but definitely knows how to play.
By the way, Dotel in center, he has played a lot of center field, but when you're on the corners all the time, it's definitely a different look. And tough play on that first one his way. Here's Romero, who takes high. Romero 4 for 12 at the plate. The 1-0. Breaking ball stays outside. 1-0 New Britain here in the second inning.
Looking at inches again that have gone against the Revs. Looking back at that play, that throw hit that black gate right by the dugout, about an inch in.
Pitch is right down the middle. Strike called. It's 2-1.
It's not like they fired it directly in, but hey, that's the rule. It's part of the dugout. If it touches any part of that, you get the extra base. Just didn't work out for the Revs in that occasion.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Swinging a high pop-up. Foul ground. Bass over toward the Revs dugout. And he backs up now and makes the grab. Nash ready to catch him. Although Nash looks at him like, that's my ball, man. Had both hands on his hips. Stared him down. They get a laugh out of that. And there's 2 away. That'll bring up Jonathan Galvez, who did not start last night. In 2 games played, is 1 for 3 with a double. Detwiler, a deep breath, fires, and a swing and a foul tip straight back to the backstop. Detwiler's 3rd career start against New Britain. He's 1-1 against the Bees. There's the 0-1, and that's high and tight. Last year he lost 1 at home with a bunch of unearned runs on a nasty rainy night, and then followed it with a sterling performance on the road. Here's a swing and a foul out of play. way off to the first base side. It's 1-2. Trying to get his team back to the plate right here. He kicks, steals, breaking ball, low and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Detwiler all-time at Peoples Bank Park in 5 starts. 1-1 with a 2.52 ERA. Pitch. And a line drive left center. This is in the gap. It's carrying, and it hits the wall on the fly. Dotel to Karam, played perfectly. Fires to second, and Alexi reaching for the tag, and he got him. What a play from Dotel. It smacked the wall padding right off the community aid sign halfway up, and he played the Karam flawlessly and threw a dart on the bag. So the inning ends, but not before the Bees score 1 on 2 hits. 1 error, nobody left. We go to the bottom of the second inning. It's 1-0, New Britain.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called Peoples Bank Park. Peoples Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at Peoples Bank Park. Peoples Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Mom and Dad, add your little baseball fan to the York Revolution roster with a Rookie Revs membership presented by Peoples Bank. Memberships include 6 ticket vouchers, behind-the-scenes tours, an exclusive team autograph session, plus a Rookie Revs backpack and more. All that for just $27. It's kids sized Revs time. Rookie Revs memberships presented by Peoples Bank. Details at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
Wealth is the ability to feed 100 stray dogs.
Turn empty parking lot into playgrounds.
Watch your child walk down the aisle.
As Henry David Thoreau once said, wealth is the ability to fully experience life. At Smith Wealth Advisory Group, we help our clients identify their ambitions, dreams, and financial goals and develop actionable plans to pursue their passions and interests. Let our wealth of knowledge about wealth help you fully experience life. Visit us at smithwealthadvisory.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
Catch the Revs all season on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
First pitch is low on Nate Coronado leading things off. 1-0 New Britain. And the next one is a little bit high. 2 balls and no strikes on Coronado, who DHs tonight. And he enters play leading the league in hitting with a .500 average, 8 for 16. Here in the early going, the 2-0. And that finds the outside corner for a strike. He's tied for first and on base. 8 for 16 with a double, 3 runs scored. The 2-1. And it's off the plate away. The Revs are up to second in the league in batting, .285, right between Long Island and Sugar Land, who have them sandwiched, each team 1 point apart. 3-1, and a swing and a tap foul, third base side. Of course, York led the league in hitting at .271 as a team last year. The one thing they haven't done enough of yet is hit with men in scoring possession. 3-2. And a swing and a loop to shallow right. Rodemaker coming in. It's going to drop again. And Coronado with a bloop base hit. He is 9 for 17. Has hit safely in every game, and he's back above 500.
He's a really tough out to get right now, and in our Broadway transmission manager's interview, one of the things Mace said was he's doing a real good job hitting the ball to the opposite field, and that's just what he did here. Get a leadoff runner in the top of the second inning, bottom of the second inning.
Now Dotel to the plate. Had a tough play on the angle on that first hit in the top half in center, but made a great play on the outfield assist. First pitch is swung on and fouled straight back. He did make 7 starts in center for the Revs last year, has made a bunch during his pro career. Last year was actually the first time that he had played almost exclusively left. He's probably been a right fielder more than anything, as he has to bail fastball in near the ribs up under his arms. 1 ball, 1 strike to him.
And again, we saw him today in batting practice with the batting gloves on, but last night ditched them and was able to pick up his first 2 hits today. He is gloveless as well.
The 1-1 swing, he reaches for it, sends a foul back. He and Lara were teammates with Bridgeport 2 years ago. Detwiler 2 for 4 with a double last night. Now 2 for 12 to begin the year. Last night he went over 1,500 career at-bats in the Atlantic League. The 1-2, and he checks on a slider away, appeal to first, no swing.
So was Lara originally acquired in the dispersal draft?
He was.
Pretty good guy to get.
I don't remember if that was I don't think he was the first pick, but he would have been probably their 2nd round pick. And the 2-2 swing, and it's tipped foul at home. Detwiler hangs in on another slider that he spoils.
Still remember who we got from that draft?
Yeah, Zach Groats, Jose Cuevas, Frank DiGiulio Jr., and Dominic Severino. And Groats has a great spot in our history, getting signed by the Mets. DiGiulio unfortunately got hurt. Here's the pitch. Fastball. It is a called 3rd strike. Right down at the knees. Detwiler frozen on it. And a great pitch from Lara, 1 away.
I remember Groats. That's definitely, I wouldn't be able to get the other 3 if you asked me, but Groats I definitely remember.
Severino had a great first 2 months and then really struggled.
I remember all the players. Just from that draft, I knew Groats was the first guy we got.
Here's Ryan Dent, who against Lara the last 2 years is 5 for 11 with a double. First pitch is taken up high. Dent hot, 2 for 3 each of the last 2 games. Homered and drove in 4 last night. His 5th game of 4 RBIs or more in his Revs career. He can get them in bunches as Lara throws over to first. Dent now 4 for 11 with a home run and 5 driven in to begin the season. 1-0. Swing, and it's tapped softly foul, 3rd base side. And New Britain really, over their first 3 years, the starting pitching has been pretty much a strength. Lara part of that last year. It's interesting to see that Kyle Simon so far this season, his only outing has come in relief. Former Atlantic League Pitcher of the Year as a starter. The 1-1, swinging a high pop-up, middle of the infield. The shortstop, Emerista, comes in, calls off everybody else, and makes the grab, both feet on the infield grass. And that's out number 2. That'll bring up Corey Bass. Makes his 3rd start behind the plate tonight. Playing 3 of the first 5 games, but Revs still able to get Tejeda in the lineup. He is in the lineup for the 5th time in 5. Has only caught 2 of those. Bass 2 for 8 with a homer. First pitch is off the plate away. I mentioned the Revs' struggles with runners in scoring position, and right now just a man at first with 2 outs. They trail 1-0. pitch, it is a little high. Lara looks off to the side, perturbed, but Bass has a 2-0 count. Revs are just 3 for 25 with runners in scoring position. No more than one hit in that department in any of the games. 1 for 4 last night. Now the 2-0, swinging a foul back up onto the roof. One of those hits was Bass's 3-run homer on opening night. Now Lara nods yes, he's ready. The 2-1. Fastball called strike on the outside edge.
He sits about 86 to 87 miles per hour, so really big frame, but nothing overpowering. He's got good movement on it. Tails away from right-handed hitters.
He was up here charting last night. He's ready. The 2-2. And a line smash up the middle. Base hit for Bass on a laser right over Lara's shoulder. That made him flinch. A scary shot for the pitcher, and it's first and second with 2 down. Back to the top of the order, and Alexi Casillas.
Exactly what you want out of your 9-hole hitter, especially with a runner on base. Move him over, turn the lineup over to Alexi, who just leading off today, but he's no stranger to having runners in scoring position.
That thing was really scalded.
Hey, he can hit. That's nice. If he's your backup catcher, pretty solid.
First pitch, swinging a ground ball sharply, but right at second. Martinez, he fields, throws on to first, and the inning is over. No runs, 2 hits, 2 men left, and we'll go to the third. Still a 1-0 New Britain lead.
Spring into savings at York Mitsubishi with the Mirage, awarded most fuel-efficient non-hybrid, starting as low as $12,990, or the 7-passenger Outlander, named lowest cost of ownership over 5 years, as low as $21,990. Get interest rates as low as 0% on Outlander Sport and Eclipse Cross. Credit problems? We have 15 VACs available for all situations, and all Mitsubishis come with an industry-leading 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Get pre-approved at YorkMitsubishi.com. York Mitsubishi, where Mitsubishis always cost less.
Image 360 York is your choice for graphics that enhance, signage that works, and displays that inform. Everything from color change car wraps to vehicle wraps for your entire fleet, custom window graphic, decals and lettering, interior signage graphics and displays. Don't replace when you can reface. Call Rob and his team at 717-757-4909. That's 757-4909. Or order online at image360.com/YorkPA. It's fast, affordable, and convenient. Image 360, 2260 Industrial Highway in York.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Get the latest on the Orioles with the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by Dan Connolly. Mondays at 6 on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK.
Hey, this is Telvin Nash. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports. Let's go Revs.
Head to the third inning. And how about this welcome? Tyler Clark is the K-man tonight.
This is a
He
good
will lead
one.
things off. And the first pitch from Detwiler, grounded to third. Castillo plays it to his left. He's got it. Low throw, and Nash sticks it. Nash got low to get a look at it. And he's got it in the pocket for out number 1 on 1 pitch.
Well, it's not a strikeout, but still an out nonetheless. We'll have to do it again.
Boy, I wonder who picked him.
And I like Tyler a lot. He's a really nice guy. But figured why not? You know, give him a little razz as he comes back for his first game here at the bank.
There's Amarista, who shows a bunt, takes a strike. fouled out to third his first at bat. 1-0 New Britain here in the third inning. The pitch, and he tried to drag bunt and bunts right through the slider and misses it.
Ross is pretty dangerous when he breaks out that slider.
Ahead now 0-2. He's got great stuff. There's the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Some more slider or maybe at least cutter action away. And he strikes him out on 3 pitches. And there's a handful of scouts here again tonight, Brett. They know where Ross is. And there aren't too many lefties like him that are not with a major league organization right now.
It almost makes you think if they were just double checking on him to make sure the first game wasn't fluky in any way, but that is a lineup comprised of a ton of major league players, the Long Island Ducks, and he was able to work his way flawlessly through that, doing the same thing here so far.
And now a curveball to start off Martinez with a strike. And we're seeing more of the breaking stuff here as we get into the third inning. Now he seems to have a really good feel for it. There's the wind and the pitch, and a line drive over second. That'll slice into shallow right center, a base hit. Martinez a 2-out single. It was funny last year. It seemed like Detwiler's best games were when the curveball was commanded well, and it makes sense. That would be that way for most pitchers, but he kind of joked about it on one of the interviews we did with him, and he said that the curveball, or sometimes the lack of command of it, is probably why he's here and not in the bigs somewhere. But here is Alejandro De Aza. First pitch, fastball right there for a strike.
If you're looking at matchups, as far as having major league experience, games played, and seasons, these have to be two of the more elder statesmen in the Atlantic League when you compare that time.
Yeah, Detwiler, 190 big league appearances, 83 starts. The 0-1, swinging a line drive toward left center. Dotel had him played there, has to backtrack, and he makes the grab. And he'll fire it in anyway. That's kind of his thing, even when it's the third out. And he backs up deep into left center to make the grab. And they had him played perfectly. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. We'll go to the bottom of the third inning, still 1-0 New Britain.
Will I have saved enough for college by the time she gets her driver's license?
How can I ensure beautiful music is always made on the symphony stage?
When I retire, can I take that vacation I always dreamed about?
When life's persistent questions have you seeking answers, turn to Smith Wealth Advisory Group. Let our wealth of knowledge about wealth help turn life's questions into financial plans of action and memorable outcomes. Smith Wealth Advisory Group, answering life's most persistent questions. Visit us at smithwealthadvisory.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
The National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum is a place with thousands of stories to be told. It's a place to relive baseball's greatest moments and share them with future generations. It's a place to experience the game and how it has shaped our history. Cooperstown is a destination with something for the entire family. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your trip to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown at baseballhall.org.
Since 1934, PSECU has given Pennsylvanians financial opportunities to live a better life. We are a credit union who offers valuable free and low-fee financial products, broad lending options, and outstanding money management for financing life. At PSECU, we are proud of who we are and committed to who we serve because our Pennsylvania roots run deep. We are banking on a difference. Visit psecu.com to join us. This credit union is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration. Equal opportunity lender.
Take us on the go with the new WOYK app. Download on the Apple and Google Play stores today. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Home half of the third, it's a 1-0 New Britain lead. Henry Castillo leads off, and he takes a strike from Lara. Castillo pounded one the other way, high off the arch nemesis for a double in the first inning, but was left on. The 0-1 swings and drives it that way again. Galvez is back. It's another wall ball, almost the same spot. He's got to dig, hard slide at second, and he's thrown out. And collides with Ozzie Martinez, who's down and hurt. Sprawled out behind second. Lara was motioning for that athletic trainer, Andy Muccino, to hustle out. And Castillo hit almost the same spot, going hard the other way. And a hard play at second base, trying to beat that throw. And Martinez, they're looking at his left leg. Henry hung around there for a moment. I can tell he feels badly about it. But trying to beat the throw, and those two banged into each other.
Yeah, he's got to get checked too by Chung. I mean, that's just a baseball play. It's a tough play. It had to be bang, bang. It was a great throw and a great tag, but that was a collision that was unavoidable just because how cleanly he played that ball off the wall.
And Galvez broke down his steps, little stutter step to get ready to play the carom, and then let the hose go and picks up the outfield assist. Throw was brilliant. Martinez helped to his feet now. We have to love seeing Castillo do that. That's two shots pounded the other way deep as Martinez jogs into center field, trying to stay in this game.
He's such an interesting find, Henry Castillo, coming to us at the end of last year. He's a switch hitter, and honestly, when you watch him, he's really even. Sometimes you have guys that are a little better on the right or a little better on the left, but he can hit it both ways, has the opposite field power, can play multiple positions. I mean, he's a really valuable guy. You love the hustle play there. Obviously, it didn't work out. Needed a fantastic play that you got from Galvez out there in left field, but Henry again, finding a way to fight his way into the lineup. It's going to be hard to sit him down if he keeps doing that.
Revs now with 4 base hits, but trailing 1-0. Now here's Mesa, who walked in the first. First pitch is ripped foul on the ground, down past third. Martinez does stay in the game. The ball ricochets out towards short. Amarista will toss it back.
Not a fan of the bullpen bench, their relief pitchers. Never see a ton of them out there.
It's the 0-1, and it's down low. They don't have the comfort provided to them that
just
our chairs.
It's a high school bench out there.
Our fan club gets named chairs for our guys. Here's a dribbler foul behind the plate.
And got them some weights this offseason too.
Yeah, they did.
They're a good bunch. Always talk about how good our fans here are for the Revs.
His weights have been a big hit. Lara the wind and the pitch. Swinging a chopper foul down past the third base dugout again. The Revs tonight are 0 for 3 with men in scoring position. We mentioned that early season struggle. There's the wind, another 1-2, and that breaks away. Castillo was thrown out trying to get into scoring position to start this inning. Mesa at the plate now. Nash is on deck. Now Lara winds, kicks, fires. Fastball little high. Clark held it there, and Lara is bothered. He turns his back on Bill Reuter and walks away behind the mound. That's at least twice that he has noticeably shown his displeasure.
Lucky Tyler Clark was aware. I would have pegged him right in the back.
It's now full. And the 3-2. Called third strike, a delayed call, and Mesa was about 3 or 4 strides toward first base when he heard it. They're 2 down in the inning. Lara with his third strikeout.
Saluted to the sky, too, after getting that strikeout, Lara.
He's had a high pitch count early, 53 here with 2 outs in the third. Here's Nash, who pulverized one but lined out to right in the first inning, was caught. First pitch is up and in on him. On our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard, Southern Maryland won their finale at Sugar Land earlier today, 4-0. So they go 3-4 in Texas. That's a great trip there. There's a fastball on the outer edge, a called strike.
I'll say, defending champion, really good team, hard place to play with having to get out there and you're not really comfortable playing on the road.
It was a one-hitter, by the way. Craig Stem, 8 innings of one-hit ball. Here's a ball inside. Nash shifts back.
He's been really impressive, right, through his first 2?
Yeah, an ERA of nothing.
Wow, good for him.
They beat Connor Wade in that one 4-0. Everything else is tonight. Here's the 2-1. Breaking ball, Nash tried to stop, appeal to first, and he did stop in time. That was close. 3 balls and 1 strike. James Loney pitched in that game for Sugar Land.
How'd he do?
Gave up a solo homer to Corey Vaughn in the 8th. 1 inning of work. There's the 3-1. Swinging a high fly right field, not deep. Rodemaker drifts in and makes the play, and that'll end the third. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left. We go to the 4th tonight. Brett with the play-by-play. The Revs trail the Bees 1-0.
Tired of hearing that music? Especially when you already have that same ice cream in your freezer. Try something new and amazing with Tropical Shaved Ice. On Monday morning after the big company event, do you want the buzz down the hall to be, how awesome was this year's company picnic? Then crush boredom and bring on Kona Ice with over 32,000 flavor combinations. This is not your typical lackluster snow cone. Their flavors are bold and delicious. Fuzzy Navel, Margarita, Blue Hawaiian. Kona Ice is dairy-free, gluten-free, and they even offer flavors that are sugar and dye-free. No party is too big or too small. They can serve up to 1,000 people per hour. They have party packages starting as low as $100. To add more excitement to your next event, find them online.
At Donegal, we understand there are many costs associated with running a business. That's why Donegal works with you to provide quality insurance products based on your business needs, and why we deliver that insurance at a price to fit your budget. Call your local independent Donegal agent today and discover why, when it comes to insurance for your business, Donegal is a better value. Contact Kochman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance.
Your source for all of Friday night's action. Central PA Game Day with Steve Navaroli. Saturday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. Listen live and on demand with the new WOYK app and online at 989WOYK.com.
Top of the 4th inning here at Peoples Bank Park. Ross Detwiler back out for his 4th inning of work. First batter he'll face will be Jason Rogers, first baseman. And the first pitch to him is over for strike 1. Rogers 0 for 4 last night. Did have a fielder's choice RBI in the game. 0 for 1 today, popped out in the first. 0-1 pitch to him, swung on and missed for strike number 2. Foul tipped right in the glove of Corey Bass. And Ross way ahead, 0-2 here to the first batter of the 4th. Rogers batting from the right side. Now steps out and calls time. Again last night, 0 for 4, had that fielder's choice RBI. He walked, he scored a run as well, and struck out. The 0-2 pitch from Detwiler swung on, line drive right at Ryan Dent, who snares it for out number 1. Line drive roped over there to short, but Dent eyes it up and squeezes it. I'll bring up right fielder Bijan Rodemaker. Played his baseball in the Cubs organization last year, AAA Iowa. Was 2 for 4 last night, had an RBI single and walked. The first pitch to Rodemaker is over for strike 1. Fastball there at 89 miles per hour. Rodemaker tripled in the second in the gap between Dotel in center and Tejeda in left, and scored on the throwing error. 0-1 pitch, swung on, hit on the ground to Casilla, snares it on the dive from his knees, flicks it softly over to Nash, and just like that, 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th inning. Ball hit sharply, Casilla took it on the slide, had plenty of time, just kind of sidearmed it over there to Nash at first. 4-3 on the putout. Ross effective this inning so far. Just 6 pitches. First pitch on the way to Jovan Rosa is inside for ball 1. Rosa 0 for 1 so far. He flew out in the second. A little bit of a rough start for him this season. Was 0 for 4 last night with a walk. Second pitch is low for ball 2. In the dirt, blocked by Corey Bass. Rosa moving to the DH spot today after playing third last night. 2-0 pitch, swung on, line drive through the hole at short and third, and fielded by Isaias Tejeda in left. So 2-out single for Jovan Rosa to keep the Bees alive here in the top of the 4th inning. Frozen rope there, taking 1 hop on the outfield grass. Rosa on first. That brings up Debinson Romero. Popped out in his only at bat so far this game in the second. Was 3 for 5 last night. Had an RBI as well. First pitch from Ross is low for ball 1. Romero, he's at third today. So we saw him DH last night. So Rosa and Romero flip in the defensive alignment. Ross stares at first. The 1-0 pitch on the inside corner for strike number 1. Evening the count at 1. Romero in his 14th season of professional baseball is second with the Bees. Ross now from the stretch. The 1-1 pitch is swung on and hit deep to left. Going back is Tejeda. He'll have enough space. He leaps up and makes the catch. Nice play there from Tejeda to retire this side. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors and 1 left on. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Revs trail 1-0.
Looking for a drool-worthy auto loan? Hello, I'm Sue DiStefano, President CEO of First Capital Federal Credit Union. Give Fido the ride of his life in a new car, truck, or SUV. With an interest rate as low as 3.49% APR and flexible terms, we can make it happen. Speak with a loan officer today or apply online at firstcapitalfcu.com. First Capital, putting you and your county first for 65 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
First Capital Federal Credit Union.
Shipley Energy is more than just an energy company. We're a family tradition. Our goal is to provide outstanding customer service and to make energy easy for you. From heating oil and propane to natural gas and electricity, our team can help. We also offer HVAC services, installation, maintenance, and service plans to keep your home safe and comfortable. In addition, our team can improve the quality of water in your home. To learn more, visit shipleyenergy.com or call 855-5-SHIPLEY. We make energy easy.
You trust AAA to work at every mile. But AAA doesn't just cover your car. They can also cover your home. AAA Home Insurance protects every square foot. And when you add AAA Home Insurance to AAA Auto Insurance, you get more protection and more savings. Insurance that's not just insurance. Talk to your local AAA insurance agent today or visit AAA.com to learn more about AAA Home Insurance.
New FM signal, new website. Get features, live broadcasts, and on-demand game broadcasts and shows online at 989WOYK.com.
Bottom of the fourth inning here on a calm, cool day at Peoples Bank Park. Bees starter Rainey Lara out to start the fourth. First batter he'll face is Isaias Tejeda, playing left field today. Nice play out there to end the top of the fourth. First pitch to him, swung on right to Romero at third base. Up with it, takes his time, fires across to Rogers, and retires Tejeda for out number one. One pitch, one out for Lara. That'll bring up the Atlantic League batting leader, Nate Coronado.
Now batting, your designated hitter, number 13, Nate Coronado.
Getting the day off from the hot corner today as he slides into the DH role. Henry Castillo over there at third today. Been hitting the ball nicely so far. Coronado 1 for 1 so far with a single, flared it over the head of Martinez at second and into right field. Done a great job of that so far. First pitch to him on the outside corner for strike number one. And Coronado falls behind 0-1. 0-1 pitch, breaking ball, and that's over as well. So Coronado finds himself in a 0-2 hole. Revs again down 1-0. 5 hits so far for New Britain, 4 for the Revs. 0-2 pitch, breaking ball popped up. Heading out to center field, De Aza comes in, camps under it, and squeezes for 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the fourth inning. That'll bring up center fielder Wellington Dotel, sliding over from right to center today. JP Sportman getting the day off. Dotel impressive yesterday, 2 for 4, had a double and scored a run. Struck out here in the second. First pitch is high for ball one. Starting to get going. The 1-0 pitch to Dotel, swung on, fouled straight back to the screen to even the count at 1. So Lara was a 2-time Liberty Division All-Star, 2017 with Bridgeport and 18 with these Bees. 1-1 pitch, swung on and hit in the left field over the head of Amarista at short. And Dotel picks up his first hit of the ball game. Solid contact there, flaring it in the left. So the Revs have a 2-out base runner with Ryan Dent coming to the plate. Impressive day for him yesterday. Had 4 RBIs, a solo homer, 2-run single, and a sac fly. And checks back at first, and Dotel gets back. Throws his hands up there to his former teammate Lara. And he'll get his attention looking back at first. Now stares in for the sign. The first pitch to Dent is over the knees for strike one. 85 miles per hour there on the fastball. So Lara again had his struggles against the Revs. 0 for 3 last year. ERA starting with 5. Ahead of Dent, 0-1. The pitch popped up in the infield. Clark goes out. Now Rogers comes in, and it's Rogers who gets under it for the squeeze to retire the side. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. We'll head to the top of the 5th. Revs still trailing in this one, 1-0.
If you own a tractor-trailer business, then you know the cost of having your rig down instead of on the road. Rivers Truck Center in Red Lion keeps your trucks on the road by providing a one-stop shop for all your trucking needs. Rivers handles full-service truck sales and carries a full line of parts for all makes and models, has their own full-service collision center, and provides 24-hour emergency towing and roadside assistance. Check out riverstruck.com for more info. There's a reason Rivers Truck Center has been in business for over 40 years. They really do care.
Mom and Dad, add your little baseball fan to the York Revolution roster with a rookie Revs membership presented by People's Bank. Memberships include 6 ticket vouchers, behind-the-scenes tours, an exclusive team autograph session, plus a Rookie Revs backpack and more. All that for just $27. It's kid-sized Revs time. Rookie Revs memberships presented by People's Bank. Details at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
The York County Solid Waste Authority turns up the heat every day, on your garbage, that is. Advanced waste-to-energy technology is used to burn garbage at 1,800 degrees Fahrenheit in environmentally controlled combustion units. This reduces air emissions and produces electricity, enough to power 20,000 homes every minute of every day. Visit www.ycswa.com to learn more. In York County, garbage is power.
York's home for the NFL. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. York.
Ross Detwiler out here and ready for the top of the 5th inning. First batter will face his left fielder, Jonathan Galvez. First pitch to him is swung on and fouled straight back. Dribbles over towards the Bees dugout. Ross ahead 0-1. Galvez smashed the single off the nemesis, but Wellington Dodell played it perfectly and gunned him out at second, trying to stretch it. Second pitch to him is low for ball 1. Dodell fired an absolute strike to Casilla at second. Ross working quickly. The 1-1 pitch on the inside corner for strike number 2. And he gets ahead of Galvez 1-2. Galvez batting 8th tonight, playing left field in favor of Darren Ford. The 1-2 pitch swung on and popped into right field. That'll drop for a base hit. So Galvez 2 for 2 as he splits Casilla and Mesa. And the Bees have a leadoff hitter on board in the top of the 5th. Now to bring up our rudders, came in of the game, Tyler Clark. Spent last season here with the Revs. Switch hitting catcher, batting from the right side. First pitch from Detwiler on the inside corner for strike 1. He jumps ahead. 62 degrees here at People's Bank Park. Nice and comfortable up here in the booth. Ross looks at first. The 0-1 pitch to Clark is low, blocked by Bass for ball 1. Diamond Doug trying to get the mozzarella stick train going for everyone. Counts 1-1. Galvez over at first. The pitch, Galvez goes, swung on a miss, up and throwing is Bass, picked up. Oh no, it skips in the center field. And that will allow Galvez to advance to third on the play. Thought Alexi might have been able to pick that one, but a low throw. Skips all the way in the center. That'll be a throwing error on Corey Bass, allowing Galvez to advance to third with nobody out here in the top of the 5th.
Yeah, he had a good jump. I think Bass just, he was trying to be extra quick with the release and just spiked it into the ground.
Yeah, and that was a pitch in the dirt too. So it was going to be tough to get up with it and fire. But he tried. But Ross still ahead in the count, 1-2 to Tyler Clark. Looking for the punch out. The 1-2 pitch swung on and missed. He puts him away. Big first out here in the top of the 5th for Ross Detwiler, keeping the runner over there at third. Nice bounce back for Ross.
Yeah, maybe tonight we'll stop on the way home.
We're 3 for 3. Good promotion for rudders so far. So runner still over there at third. That's Galvez. One out, that brings up leadoff hitter Alexi Amarista. Infield comes in. He swings at the first pitch, hits it foul towards the Revs dugout. Bees have some action over there as Kyle Simon, the former starter for them, warming up. Ross just threw pitch number 60 to Amarista, who's behind in the count 0-1. The pitch swung on, hit over the head of and brought in Ryan Dent. That goes to left, an RBI single for Amarista. Galvez will score, and the Revs fall down 2-0 here in the top of the fifth. That's about as good as you could place a ball with the infield in. Just flared it right over the head of Dent, who had the intention of cutting the runner down at home had it been a ground ball.
That's the way it's gone early on this year. A couple times at least that they've had the infield in and there's a ball hit that if they weren't in would have been caught, but can't argue with the protocol there, trying to cut down that runner at third. Just didn't work out.
So Amarista now on first after getting the RBI single. That brings up Ozzy Martinez. 1 for 2 today, grounded out, also singled in the third. Long look in from Detwiler. He's got the sign. Now from the stretch, the first pitch, breaking ball outside for ball one. Martinez 2 for 4 in the game yesterday, also walked, scored 2 runs. Was a little banged up on the collision last inning, or 2 innings ago I should say, with Henry Castillo on a tough play at second base. Ahead in the count, 1-0. Runner goes, the pitch, inside throw again, this time from Bass. It's a strike, and he's got him. Nice comeback there for Corey Bass as he fired that one in the perfect spot. Smooth tag over there as well. And the Revs cut down a threat there on the caught stealing.
Now that one was as good as it gets, and watching it from here, it looks like Amarista's just about there, but that throw had an extra gear and just zipped right onto the bag. And Alexi, that tag was so quick, so smooth to catch it, yank that thing down right on the foot.
Nice play there, great defense from Bass and Casilla. Martinez, he's ahead in the count 2-0. From the windup, Ross with the pitch, swung on, hit on the line, and through the hole at short and third. 8th hit of the game so far for the Bees, as Tejeda gets it on the hop and fields it in. Holding him at first.
And there have been, of the 8, there have been at least 3 that really have not been hit all that hard, and Detwiler's had a couple of 2-strike hits that he's given up. Both runs that have scored tonight have had errors in some fashion attached to it. It's been just a little bit off from where he would want it to be, I think, and that's the difference right now, being behind 2-0.
That brings up Alejandro De Aza. It's been a tough out for the Revs so far, doubled in the first. Martinez takes his lead off first. First pitch is outside for ball one. 88 miles per hour on the fastball. Yeah, that one just the perfect spot. That's 3 singles so far in the inning for the Bees. Just putting the ball in the right spot, not crushing it by any means, but playing small ball. The 1-0 pitch to De Aza, hit foul, bounces against the Revs dugout, evening the count at 1. De Aza shaking his head, thought he saw something there, maybe was critiquing his own swing. He'll get back in the box. Detwiler takes a look at first. Now the 1-1 pitch to De Aza, swung on, hit right back at Ross. He snares it, now underhands it right to Nash. Nice defense from Ross Detwiler to end the inning. So the Bees get 1 run on 3 hits. They leave 1 on. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Revs trail 2-0.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission again, and this time I have things on my mind, like warranty and service after the repair. You already know Broadway Transmission has been part of the community for 67 years at the same location. But did you know that in that time, your county has seen many transmission shops close its doors, like
Amco,
Atomic,
Clutch and Go,
Dr. Transmission,
Cotman,
York County Transmission,
Winters,
Goodlings,
Lee Miles,
A1.
What grinds my gears about these closings are the customers are left with no warranty. Stop! Don't make that same mistake. Broadway Transmission has over 40,000 transmission jobs under our belt, and we are still here today standing behind our famous 3-year warranty. We kid around a lot on our ads, but nothing is funny about having no warranty when you need it. Avoid that risk with the only smart choice in all of your county and stop by Broadway Transmission today. Broadway Transmission will get your ship together and stand behind it too. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
With the new Express Sports football and car racing from the Pennsylvania Lottery, you can play your favorite sports at participating retailers, bars, and restaurants. Make your picks on your play slip, like touchdown pass on the third play, or the first 3 cars to cross the finish line, and watch the fast-paced lifelike action on the big screen. With drawings for cash prizes every
WOYK, first in York, first in sports.
Bottom of the 5th inning now. Revs looking to play comeback again as they're down 2-0. New pitcher for the Bees is right-hander Kyle Simon. Rainey Lara, who got the start today, final line, 4 innings pitched, 5 hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 3 Ks. So maybe not the amount of innings they were expecting from him, but he gets the job done over 4. First batter Simon faces will be Corey Bass, fires the first pitch low and outside for ball number 1. Bass singled off Lara back in the 2nd. Nice start to the season for him. The 1-0 pitch way outside for ball 2. Takes Clark back. So he barely was able to snare that one. Well, Simon, a former starter for the Bees, now working out of the pen. Behind in the count, 2-0. The pitch, too high. Ball 3, Corey Bass working his way up here, 3-0. So nice plate discipline, making the reliever work. Don't give him anything easy. Simon with his 4th season for the Bees. The 3-0 pitch, get me over fastball, is in fact over for strike 1. 5th season in the Atlantic League as he was with the Stormers in 15. 3-1 pitch, swung on, hit down the line to right field, but out of play in the bullpen balcony. Bijan Rodemaker gave it a run. Runs the count full to Corey Bass. So Simon takes a long look in now. The 3-2 pitch to Bass, swung on, hit on the ground the 3rd. Going to be a tough play for Romero, and he can't handle it. Hopped up right into his chest. That would have been a tough play and throw, even with a catcher running. That'll be an error on Romero.
Simon's done the relieving thing before. He was a reliever in the Phillies system, and even in his first Atlantic League season with Lancaster in 2015. Strange, though, to see now because he's been among league leaders in innings as a starter the past several years.
Now I'll bring up Alexi Cassie, who takes the first pitch at the knees for strike 1. Yeah, he holds a lot of records for the Bees. Franchise leader in wins with 28, complete games with 9, which is a ton for this league. Games pitched, 110. He's been record holder for them. Now Lexi swings to the second pitch and dribbles it right through the hole at short and 3rd. And just like that, the Revs have their first 2 base runners in here. Throw goes a little bit awry. Bass is going to make it now to 3rd base. Alexi moves up to 2nd. Did that ball get into the dugout? We don't know, but some madness. We saw a very similar play to plate the Bees' first run in the game. See if the umpires, nope, they're not gonna meet up this time. But there was no one there to field the throw at third base from left fielder Jonathan Galvez, and it just sailed right on by. So with the ball going all the way back to the backstop, both Corey Bass and Alexi Casilla are able to move up to second and third, and the Revs now with runners on second and third with nobody out, right in the top of their order.
Wow, and Galvez had his arms up like, what are you guys doing?
No one looked.
And then Tyler Clark, he almost dove headfirst into their dugout to keep it in play.
And that's such a big play, as he saw from his own guys getting the ball in the dugout. Can only imagine what the scoring is on that one. Now Henry Castillo hit the ball hard again. Now he hits it to first. They're going to hold Bass and walk to the bag. Rogers able to field that one. So Henry Castillo, first pitch swinging, grounds it right to Rogers at first, holding both runners for a much needed out for Bees pitcher Kyle Simon. But runners still on second and third, just one out.
The Revs have to figure out a way to get these runs home.
Yeah, can't have this situation go by the wayside. Gifted on some bad defense. First pitch to Mesa is over for strike one. Mesa walked in the first, struck out in the third. Got to find a way to at least get one. Want to get both of them on and in, but just need one. The 0-1 pitch from Simon, way outside, almost behind Clark, but he snares it. And that evens the count at 1. Mesa was awesome last night, 2 for 4, hit his first home run of the season, and it was a shot over to left center field. Simon has no room for error as big Telvin Nash stands on deck. Can't be coy with Mesa. The 1-1 pitch swung on and missed. Big hack there from Melky. He falls behind 1-2. So 2 errors in the inning so far for the Bees. Corey Bass standing at third after he got on via the error, and Alexi Casilla singled, then both runners moved up with the error. The 1-2 pitch is low for ball 2, evening the count. Good eye there from Mesa not to chase.
And everything Simon throws has downward movement, gets a ton of ground balls.
Infielders back, well, short and second are. The 2-2 pitch to Mesa is outside for ball 3. Whew. Close one there, but a fantastic eye from Mesa to take that and run the count full. So let's see who gives in here. Full count pitch, runners on second and third, just one out. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning, Revs trailing 2-0. A huge opportunity for the 2018 Revolution MVP, Melky Mesa. The full count pitch, swung on, hit on the ground. It's a dribbler. It's going to be enough to get Bass in. Tough play for Romero. He tries to fire it away. It's late. And an infield RBI single for Melky Mesa gives the Revs their first run of the ball game and cuts the lead to 2-1 here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
That's beautiful. That's all they needed.
It's pretty. That counts. Said last night it's not always pretty, but that play to me is beautiful, Daryl, as we get a run here finally in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Melky's got their first 2 infield hits of the year, and
who better?
I guess Castillo just hit his too hard, and Bass knew what he was doing, not chancing it on the sharply hit ball. He gets to score on this one.
But the great hustle there gives the Revs runners on the corner. Still one out here. A much quicker runner than Bass in the form of Alexi Casilla now standing at third base. Telvin Nash to the plate, 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts. Opportunity for the Revs to tie this one up. First pitch is on the outside corner. First strike, number 1. Simon gets the fastball over. Melky Mesa on base twice tonight, picked up another RBI. Really starting to find his zone. The 0-1 pitch to Nash, swung on, hit foul and out of play as he falls behind 0-2. Nash 2 for 4 last night, hit the game-winning homer in the 7th inning propelling the Revs to an 8-7 lead. Their bullpen was able to close it out from there for victory number 1. Also had a double and an RBI in the first inning. Behind in the count 0-2. The pitch to Nash inside for ball 1. Nice eye there. Great take. To work Simon. He's up to 19 pitches now.
He's got that little bit lower angle in the arm side run, and when it starts in, it just keeps coming in right on your arms.
The 1-2 pitch to Nash. Swung on it, hit through the hole at short and third. Casillo waltz on in, and this ball game is tied at 2 in the bottom of the 5th inning. RBI single for Telvin Nash, and the middle of the lineup getting it done here at Peoples Bank Park.
I love this inning because they haven't tried to do too much. It's been the small ball and things tonight, they're even on the scoreboard, and they're kind of now even everywhere else because the Revs have gotten a couple breaks, a couple errors from New Britain. They've played some small ball, found some holes themselves, and sort of like getting them back at their own game the way they had built that 2-0 lead tonight.
Gotta love it. Telvin falls behind 0-2, then gets it to 1-2 and gets the hit. First pitch to Tejeda is low for ball 1. Still opportunity to get more here for the Revs. Isaias Tejeda playing left field up at the plate. Telvin Nash standing at first base. Melky Mesa standing at second, and just 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. Kyle Simon, the 1-0 pitch is low again. So Isaias works ahead 2-0. And as you said, Dale, everything exactly identical on the scoreboard on the Nemesis out there. 2 runs, 8 hits, and 2 errors apiece, both ways. Fans get into it. The 2-0 pitch to Tejeda is outside again as he works way ahead in the count. 3-0. Opportunity to load the bases for the best hitter in the Atlantic League so far, average-wise, in Nate Coronado.
He hasn't had a ton of opportunities with men on base, so that would be a welcome sight.
Yeah, what's he got, 8 hits but no RBIs?
Yeah.
The 3-0 pitch on the outside corner for strike number 1. That was the one thing that was the hardest to believe. All those hits, but just no one on. I mean, he's getting himself on and he's scoring runs.
And for the team this inning, this is the first game this year that they've had more than 1 hit with a man in scoring position to this inning.
Impressive. The 3-1 pitch to Tejeda, swung on, hit straight at Romero at third. He fires at the second for 1, over to first, and that will retire the side. 5-4-3 on the double play, but the Revs able to get 2 runs here on 3 hits, 1 error, and 2 left on. We'll head to the top of the 6th inning, deadlocked at 2.
Hey, Revs fans, as if being a season ticket holder wasn't already awesome enough, did you know that another perk of being a season ticket holder is you get a VIP restaurant card good for deals and discounts at 6 participating restaurants? The VIP restaurant card is good at these restaurants: Venice Pizza and Restaurant, 15% off order for dine-in or takeout. Revival Social Club, 1 free dessert per person per ticket per visit. Fuddruckers, 15% off total purchase. Viet Thai, 10% off your order. Friendlies, 20% off your order. And Iron Horse York, 10% off your entire meal on home game days and $5 off entrees on non-home game days. Lock in your 2019 Revs season ticket plan today. Call 717-801-HITS or visit YorkRevolution.com. Great baseball, great fun, and a VIP restaurant card? Now that's Revs time.
When you work with an independent insurance agent, you put the power of choice to work for you. Independent agents know several companies and their coverages, which means more options. And because companies like Donegal Insurance Group use the independent agent system, you not only get quality insurance, you also save money. The independent insurance agent system. Discover the power of choice. Contact Kochman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance.
The puck drops here. Catch the Bears and the Caps all season on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Top of the 6th inning in a 2-2 ball game. Ross Detwiler, the starter, out for his 6th inning of work. First pitch over to Jason Rogers is low for ball 1. Gets underway. Nice game so far today as the Revs able to tie it up the last inning. Second pitch is low as well for ball 2. Ross just threw pitch number 69, so good numbers so far for him in that department. The 2-0 pitch hit right on the ground to Casilla. He's up with it on 2 hops, fires it over to first, and out number 1 is recorded here in the top of the 6th inning.
That's a good way to start. Get one at somebody. So many innings, and I don't mean just tonight, so many innings this season. Leadoff guy's been on, and you're in some trouble right away. And tonight they've done it twice, but Detwiler getting later into this game, trying to hang in here as deep into the game as he can, and big out to start the inning.
Made a great pitch on a 2-0 count. Now Bijan Rodemaker up swinging at the first pitch, again to Casilla on the ground, and again to Nash. And just like that, 2 quick outs here in the top of the 6th inning. 4-3, 4-3. Exactly what the doctor ordered for Ross Detwiler as far as pitch count's concerned. 4 pitches so far, 2 outs. That brings up power hitting designated hitter Jovan Rosa. 1 for 2 today. He singled back in the 4th, was 0 for 4 yesterday. So combined 1 for 6 in the series. The first pitch to Rosa is taken at the knees for strike 1. Change up there at 83 miles per hour. So Ross ahead. Gets the sign now from the windup. The 0-1 pitch swung on and hit on the ground to Dent. This could end the inning. Fires it across to Nash, and it will. Impressive inning from Ross Detwiler as he goes 1, 2, 3 and keeps the game tied at 2. No runs on no hits, no errors, and none left on. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Tied here at 2.
As you clean it out, keep in mind Community Aid's looking for your lucky leftovers. After you wrap up your yard sale, donate what's left over at your closest Community Aid Drive-Up Donation Center. They're attached to each of Community Aid's incredible thrift stores in our area. Hanover, Harrisburg, Lancaster, Mechanicsburg, and Selinsgrove. Community Aid wants your lucky leftovers to help more than 750 local charities. Learn more at communityaid.net. But don't forget, give your lucky leftovers to Community Aid. Neighbors helping neighbors.
Are you on your way to work right now? Trudging along and heading to the same job you're just not too enthused about any longer? Hearing this ad might just mean it's your lucky day. Give your career a reboot with the York Post Office. The York Post Office is now hiring rural mail carriers. Work in a fast-paced, dynamic environment. Hiring for non-career positions with career eligibility. Starting at $17.78 per hour with all eligible for health benefits. Suitable vehicle for delivery is required on some routes. Get your foot in the door on a new career today. Apply online at USPS.com.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Downtown's ready. Are you? The Revs play here. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK, York.
Just a masterful top of the 6th inning for Ross Detwiler as he was able to record 3 outs on 3 ground outs on just 6 pitches. Keeping his count down, keeping the game locked at 2. Bottom of the 6th inning here now. Kyle Simon on for his 2nd inning of work. First batter he'll face will be designated hitter Nate Coronado. First pitch to Nate is low for ball 1. Coronado 1 for 2 today. Singled in the 2nd and flew out in the 4th. Simon now from the windup. The 1-0 pitch is swung on, hit right at the ground to Amaristad short. He's up with it. He fires over to Rogers, and that will be a quick out number 1 in the bottom of the 6th inning.
I believe baseball wanted more balls put in play, right, Brett?
Yeah, that's what they said. And
seeing that.
They made no structural changes just yet, even though they proposed that they were going to. But in general, what we've seen so far in this league is a lot more balls in play. It's 4 straight groundouts if you go back to the last inning, the top of the 6th inning. 3 from the Bees, now 1 for the Revs. Now Wellington Dotel with a pop-up and taking ball 1. Pop of the cheek, I should say. Get pop-up's a baseball term, too. We're going to have to change that. It's a click. 1-0 pitch swung on and jammed over there to second base. Martinez up with it. He fires. And like the Bees did in the top of the 6th inning, 2 quick ground outs for Kyle Simon.
Somebody threw one of those like firecrackers at us earlier, and I thought for a minute maybe Dotel was up here. It was that loud.
Yeah, it didn't scare me though. I knew it was coming. It was prepared. I was ready. I'm always 3 steps ahead. First pitch now to Dent is on the outside corner for strike number 1.
I was a little scared.
Yeah. I was not. The 0-1 to Dent. Oh, it comes inside and hits him high and tight. Ryan Dent wearing that one. Looks like it got him on the shoulder, though.
Wow.
Always dangerous around the hand or the head area. 2 spots you just don't want to get hit. But Dent muscles through that one, strides over to first base, and he's a 2-out base runner for Corey Bass.
And like I said last inning, Simon with that arm side tail on almost all of his pitches, everything but the slider. Just when you think you're safe and out of the way, it's still like a heat seeker coming right at you.
Oh, Dent wore that one nicely. He takes his lead off of first. Corey Bass digs in. Now from the stretch, the first pitch is over for strike 1. Revs do have some bullpen action with Jonathan DeMarty warming up. Interesting to see what they do here. Ross, pitch count at about mid-70s. Second pitch to Bass, hit on the ground slowly to short. Romero up with it, fires over to first, and the side is retired. So the Revs get no runs on no hits. 1 base runner left on after the hit by pitch. We'll head to the top of the 7th inning. Darrell Henry, the voice of the Revolution, to take you home here on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Planning your next visit to York? Book your stay at Courtyard by Marriott. Conveniently situated near local businesses, shopping, dining, downtown, and local attractions, Courtyard by Marriott features a state-of-the-art lobby, inviting flexible spaces to work or relax, free Wi-Fi, our well-equipped fitness center, and the bistro offering healthy options and refreshing choices, including Starbucks and an evening bar. Your stay is sure to be more comfortable, productive, and enjoyable than ever before. Courtyard by Marriott, 2799 Concord Road in York. Book your stay at 717-840-7840.
Hi, this is Hall of Famer Carlton Fisk. Make your plans today to visit Cooperstown and the Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum.
There it goes, a long drive. If it stays fair, home run.
Reconnect with your memories of the game and make new memories with your family. Check out baseballhall.org today for more information.
Carlton Fisk had a lot of little boy in him right there, Joe.
The National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum, preserving history, honoring excellence, and connecting generations.
New FM signal, new website. Get features, live broadcasts, and on-demand game broadcasts and shows online at 989WOYK.com.
Head of the 7th inning, it's a 2-2 game. Jonathan DeMarty is in out of the Revs bullpen, his second appearance. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Detwiler tonight, 6 innings, 2 runs, scattered 8 hits. His final inning, the only inning in which the Bees did not have a hit. No walks, 2 strikeouts, 73 pitches, 51 strikes. Only 22 balls. Romero up first, DeMarty ready. First pitch is in the dirt. And Detwiler in 2 starts now, no walks. And he's been around 70 pitches. In fact, it was 70 opening night, 73 tonight. Only 18 balls opening night, only 22 tonight. There's the 1-0. Swinging a high pop-up, but it's back foul, and it will get out of play. Now 1-1. Romero is fouled to the catcher and lined out to deep left on a good play from Tejeda. And the Revs now, tonight, beginning their second time through the rotation, 5 games. In 4 of those 5, the starter has given them at least 5. And tonight, the second time that the starter has given 6. Matthew Grimes, the other one, he'll start tomorrow. There's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Curveball from DeMarty. And Romero lunging at it. John had a really tough season debut. And that was on Saturday night, a third of an inning, 5 runs, 3 hits, 2 walks. But there was a little more to it than that. He's ready. Here's the 1-2. Swinging a fly ball, right field. Mesa reads it, tiptoes over to his right, comes back in a step, and squeezes. 1 down here in the top of the 7th. Here in a 2-2 game. So Saturday night, and after the outing, or maybe even after the game, the plate ump, Frank Urilli, said that he had missed 2, and maybe it was 3 pitches that should have been strikes for DeMarty, which would have been strikeouts, and maybe all of that damage wouldn't have happened. It didn't help afterward, but it's a shame as Galvez lays off a curveball low. And DeMarty, remember that night, he a couple times looked in, a little bit bothered. He doesn't show much emotion, though. There's the 1-0. And a breaking ball, appeal to first. He went on it. And gets the check swing strike, 1-1. And it didn't help to hear that afterward. Doesn't help his ERA through 1 outing, but looking to bounce back tonight. Pitch is a fastball right there, outside corner at the knees. 90 miles an hour. And DeMarty jumps up 1-2. Galvez tonight 2 for 2, a steal and a run scored as well. And now the 1-2 pitch. Fastball just off the plate away. Each team 2 runs, 8 hits, and 2 errors. We're now ready. 2-2. Swinging a ground ball, second base. 1 hop to Casilla, gloves it, and a quick submarine toss over to first, 2 down. Detwiler and DeMarty combining to get the last 6, 5 of those 6 on ground balls. And here's Tyler Clark, who tonight has grounded out and struck out. And he was the K-man tonight. No activity in New Britain's bullpen. DeMarty fires, swing and a miss. He went, and an appeal to first, I guess. It was a high fastball. Clark went halfway, couldn't stop. And I'm not sure if Bill Reuter was asking for help or signaling that he went. He pointed toward first, but they got it right. And now DeMarty steps off, says, my bad, I need to see the signs again. And they both made the strike call on that last one, Reuter and Hart. 0-1 the count. And the pitch, it is a little low. But with no activity in the New Britain bullpen, I'm thinking that they might be building Kyle Simon up to start again, and that they were piggybacking him with Lara tonight. 1-1. Swing and a little nubber up the middle. Alexi scoots to his right. Off balance throw is there, and Clark never got out of the box. I don't know if he spun his wheels and never got going, but thinking Alexi's got to hurry a little bit, and the throw goes to first, and Clark was still standing near home plate. It's a 1-2-3 inning. Clark maybe thought that he popped that one up. Our sideline reporter said he might have been looking up, and that ball was a little flare up the middle instead. Well, that'll work, and it's a 1-2-3 inning, and DeMarty bounces back nicely. It's stretch time here at the bank. Revs and the Bees tied at 2.
We went to other stores and compared theirs to ours. We compared quantities, we compared quality. From cereal to celery, from sushi to salad. And while many things were similar, there was only one huge difference. The lowest price is at Wise Markets. So take our word and shop around without shopping around. Look for our new price comparison tags. You can buy groceries anywhere you like, but you'll always spend less at Wise.
Eat better, spend less, that's Wise.
Business owners, First Capital Federal Credit Union can help equip your business for success. Hello, I'm Sue DiStefano, President and CEO. Now through June 30th, we're offering you an annual percentage rate as low as 4.65% on equipment loans. When it comes to growing your business, we're with you every step of the way. Don't wait. Apply today at firstcapitalfcu.com. First Capital, putting you and your county first for 65 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
First Capital Federal Credit Union.
Planting a tree, putting in a mailbox, whatever your project, Columbia Gas reminds you to be safe and call 811 before you dig and know what's below. Safe digging is no accident. Call 811 at least 3 business days before you start your digging project, and your utility companies will come out to mark any underground lines near your work area. Calling 811 is free for Pennsylvania homeowners, and it's the law. For more information, visit ColumbiaGasPA.com.
Cannonball Charlie's ready. Are you? The Revs play here. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK, York.
First pitch swinging. Alexi Casilla tips a foul right behind his feet at home plate. He made a nice play on that squibber up the middle from Clark, but Tyler evidently thought he popped it up and never ran, so he actually could have run it to first himself. Next one is fouled back to the net. Casilla creeping up in the box there like Ichiro trying to spray it somewhere. And it's 0-2. Top of the order, Simon in his 3rd inning of work. 2 runs, 1 earned. It's a tie game at 2. 0-2. And it's inside. Alexi jumps back. He is 1 for 3 tonight. And he singled as part of the 2-run rally in the 5th that tied the game. No decision for Detwiler tonight, who pitched well. The pitch, swinging a foul tip straight to the backstop. And we might even see Simon finish this game potentially, or at least go 3 or 4 innings after Lara went 4 if they are trying to build him up again. He deals. And a well-hit ball straight away center. Deaza backs up, though, and squeezes. Alexi hit it on the nose to straightaway center, but lines out for out number 1. Now, tomorrow morning, we're on at about 10:50 a.m. It's an 11 a.m. first pitch, our first baseball and education day game of the year. Matthew Grimes against Zach Stewart tomorrow morning. Great day to play hooky, and you can get your tickets at YorkRevolution.com. Here's Castillo, and he swings, fouls the first one off, third base side, and up onto the roof. Castillo 2 for 3 tonight. A double and a single, both going oppo off the nemesis. Here's the 0-1. And a rip it short on one hop. Amarista is there. Long throw to first. Gets Henry by a half step. And that's out number 2. He stung another one, but Amarista waited back, played the hop, and gets Castillo by a stride.
Again, got to give him credit for taking the ball where it's pitched. I mean, he's done a great job hitting it to the opposite field today.
Now Melky, who drove in the first run on an infield hit in the 5th. He's 1 for 2, also a walk. Tied at 2 here in the bottom of the 7th. And Simon with the pitch. Swing and a ball beaten foul down against Mesa's foot. Simon, a tough customer, that heavy sinker that gets a lot of toe balls like that, and also a slider, 6'6", 220. He throws in the high 80s, but that heavy sinker, and when you hit it down off your foot like that, it probably feels like 93. Works very quickly. He fires. And a swing and a high fly, left center field, but he didn't quite square it up. De Aza hops over from center, makes the play. Mesa just got it down off the end of the bat. And Simon keeps him in the park on a medium deep fly to left center. 1-2-3 7th, and it's on to the 8th tonight. Still a 2-2 game.
Home of the judgment-free zone, Planet Fitness is your home away from home plate this baseball season with 2 convenient locations in York. Planet Fitness offers a clean, comfortable environment, tons of cardio and strength equipment, free fitness training to all members, and extended hours for those early risers or late-night treadmill triumphanters. And best of all, you get all this for just $10 a month. Join in club or online at planetfitness.com.
Facing a legal issue can be a frightening time. What's my course of action? How do I know who to call? Fortunately, the York County Bar Association makes it easy. Now, you only need to make one call to find the right lawyer for you. Call the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right lawyer with our Attorney Connection Lawyer Referral Service. Just call 854-8755 or visit yorkbar.com. Don't hesitate in getting the help you need. Contact the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right attorney at the right time.
You trust AAA to work at every mile. But AAA doesn't just cover your car. They can also cover your home. AAA Home Insurance protects every square foot. And when you add AAA Home Insurance to AAA Auto Insurance, you get more protection and more savings. Insurance that's not just insurance. Talk to your local AAA insurance agent today or visit AAA.com to learn more about AAA Home Insurance.
Take us on the go with the new WOYK app. Download on the Apple and Google Play stores today. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Head to the 8th, Jeffrey Rosa is in. It's a 2-2 game. Rosa, the first Revs pitcher to appear on back-to-back nights here this season. And he got the hold in the 8th inning last night. Leadoff single, but retired the next 3. Alexi Amarista will lead off. It's the top of the order for him to face here tonight. And Rosa's first is hit on the ground, first base, stays low, and Nash has it. Walks to the bag, 1 pitch, 1 out. On a ground ball pulled fairly sharply to first, it stayed low, and Nash ready to adjust.
A nasty first pitch there, 92, and dropping low in the zone, had the downward spiral. Now, Rosa's been nice. Saw him yesterday. He was able to navigate around the leadoff single to retire the next 3 Bs he faced. And today, 1 pitch, 1 out.
That was De Aza, who singled yesterday. He is on deck. Here's Ozzy Martinez, who's 2 for 3. 2-2 game in the 8th. Rosa, the high sock look, fires, fastball, right at 93. 2 innings for him, scoreless, 2 hits coming in his 2 outings. And now he grips it. He winds, fires, swinging a chopper, second base. Alexi steps up, glove, sidearm throw, plenty of time, 2 down. Another ball beaten into the ground. And a nice job by Rosa to not reach for it. He knew that He had a Gold Glover behind him in Casilla. Or I guess a red, white, and blue Glover, but
is that the award?
Point. Yeah.
Do we have that?
We do.
Red, white, and blue gloves.
League end. Well, they don't get a glove, but
has he won it?
They get pride. He did. He won it last year.
Nice.
Here's Deaza, who's 1 for 3.
He's smooth over there.
First pitch, swing, and a cue ball on the ground at third. It stays fair. Castillo charging, fires, and Talbot Nash a drop step into foul territory, holds the bag with his left foot as he makes the catch. A 4-pitch inning for Jeffrey Rosa and 3 more groundouts and some more good defense as well. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Revs and Bees still tied at 2.
Everything you've worked for may be facing a hostile takeover, but step outside the boardroom and look around. Not taking care of business right now could leave you dealing with a hostile takeover by crabgrass later this summer. And broadleaf weeds are just beneath the surface, ready to take their share of your turf too. Prevent hostile takeovers. Call Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care and give your lawn a good, healthy start this year. Heritage Lawn can apply crabgrass pre-emergent and quality fertilizer now to fortify your lawn for later. HeritageLawnandLandscape.com. World-class care right in your backyard.
The Dietz and Blewett Diamond Deck at Peoples Bank Park is sponsored by Dietz and Blewett Insurance Company. Dietz and Blewett Insurance Company has been serving the York and Central PA areas for more than 10 years. Visit their new location on 2000 South Queen Street, where you'll find friendly, courteous staff who put their clients first. Google them on the web for a free quote. At Dietz and Blewett Insurance, you'll find the best rates on home, auto, health, life, and business insurance.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called Peoples Bank Park. Peoples Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at Peoples Bank Park. Peoples Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Catch the Revs all season on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Still tied. Talbot Nash with one of the nice defensive plays in that top half will lead things off. 2-2 our score. What the heck is that, bro? I can't read that.
I don't have great handwriting.
I see that.
They say doctors don't either.
First pitch is in at the knees for a strike.
Not making any kind of correlation there.
I was going to say it. Our attendance tonight, 1856. Thank you, Brett. That's better.
It was on the slant, I feel like, was the problem.
Fastball high, 1-1.
See, I take my time and it looks prettier.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not really good at anything artistic. I'm going to have someone in the office that helps me draw lines in the scorebook sometimes.
There's a fastball high, 2-1.
Those spring training games where you have 10, 11 batters, I have to outsource that because I don't want to mistake the line.
Just got to know what you're good at. It's all about delegation sometimes.
Self-awareness.
Nash 1 for 3, RBI single in the 5th. The pitch, and a swing and a tip foul, rolling partway toward the third base dugout. Simon in his 4th inning of work, and they do have bullpen activity now. Nash, Tejeda, Coronado here in a tie game, 2-2, and it's been a good one. Simon at 45 pitches, fires, and misses high, 3-2. Happy May Day to you, by the way.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
May 1st.
Yeah.
You caught me there. I'm like, May Day.
Uno de Mayo. Here's the 3-2. Look out, in tight, near the knuckles. It's ball 4. Nash walks, and the Revs have the go-ahead run on to start the bottom of the 8th. May Day.
Big fan of Sunday. one of my favorite May holidays.
You mean Cinco de Mayo?
That would be correct.
Here comes Goose, and
it's mucho fun.
See, gonna go to his bullpen here, and it's a righty coming in. So that's it for Simon after 47 pitches. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts here in the bottom of the 8th inning. We are tied at 2. Leadoff man on. Tejeda batting when we come back.
Hear that? It's the sound of summer. Sound nice? Call Kona Ice. We do it all. Schools, sporting events, parties, both corporate and birthday. You name it, we'll be there. We bring the party to you. If you need a little bit of fun in your life, we're the shaved ice truck for you. Oh, and we fundraise too. This summer, cool down with Kona Ice. Give us a call at 1-800-KONA-ICE or visit us online at www.kona-ice.com. Kona Ice. Flavor our world.
The malls and the internet are filled with places that sell running gear. But where do you go for performance track and field gear, technical help, and reasonable pricing?
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes' reputation is widely known. They've been outfitting beginners to nationally ranked runners for more than 30 years, and their selection of brands and models is unmatched anywhere in Central PA. Training shoes, track spikes, specialty shoes for all field events. If Flying Feet doesn't carry it, then you probably don't need it. All this at prices that will pleasantly surprise you. Flying Feet's entire staff is knowledgeable of what you need. Beginners and pros come away from Flying Feet with the right advice and the right shoe for their needs. And that applies to the needed accessories, replacement spike elements of all sizes, shot and discus implements, running apparel and sports tights, and Under Armour performance apparel for specialty track and field equipment and the know-how without the specialty store prices.
Flying Feet.
Just off exit 18 of I-83 on Mount Rose Avenue next to Battery Warehouse in York.
New FM signal, new website. Get features, live broadcasts, and on-demand game broadcasts and shows online at 989WOYK.com.
New pitcher is Jose Rosario for New Britain, hard-throwing righty. He was their draft pick from the Players Showcase in Lakeland, Florida. It's where the Revs got Julio Perez and Andrew Carver. Rosario is in his second game, 1-1-2-3 inning that he pitched, which was during their opening weekend series at Somerset. It's a 2-2 game. Nash a leadoff walk, prompting Simon's departure. And here's Tejeda, who's 0 for 3 tonight. 0 for his last 9. He is due. He is 2 for 18. So he is due. Here's the stretch, first pitch. Look out, inside, he jumps back on a fastball at 92. Coronado follows Tejeda. Tie game. Revs trying to find a way to bring Nash around the bases, however they can do it. Piece by piece, or one shot to the gap, or whatever, as Tejeda asks for time, backs out to adjust the batting gloves. Nash the lead, held over at first. And Rosario the 1-0. In the dirt, skips away behind Clark to the backstop. Nash to second, and the go-ahead run is in scoring position with nobody out. It's a wild pitch. Now an opportunity awaits.
We'll take that. Nash aware, moving up. Now runner in scoring position. Nobody out. Find a way to either drive him in or move him up if you're Tejeda. And if you're Isaias, the hitter, he's been over his career, struggling right now, but I'm sure he's ready for that first stake of the season.
Outfield deep. The 2-0. Swinging a sharp ground ball at third. Right there, Romero looks Nash back and throws over to first. One down, and he ripped it. But for the third straight at bat, hits it right at Romero at third, and there's one away. A couple of them have been hit really hard. And if Romero didn't field that, it was going to field him. Here's Coronado. The Revs are now 2 for 8 with men in scoring position tonight. Nash awaiting from second as he leads. And a pitch to Coronado. Swing and a foul off over the first base side roof. He had a good cut at it. And that one at 93. Coronado tonight 1 for 3, a bloop hit back in the second inning. Revs haven't had a hit since the 5th. Same for New Britain, in fact. Rosario now with the 0-1. Breaking ball, and it buckles over for a called strike 2. Rosario, one of the guys that had a little bit more experience than many at that showcase event. 10th year pro. Didn't pitch last year, but 2 years ago he was at AA and AAA with the Cubs. Now ready, look back. And the 0-2. Swinging a foul against the netting. Dotel waits on deck. Coronado fighting off that high fastball. 3 years ago, Rosario between AA and AAA with the Cubs had an ERA of 2.5. So he's been around and he has had success. He had 14 saves that year. Now he's ready. Another 0-2. Breaking ball pops straight up. In the infield, who's it going to be? Rogers from first in toward the mound, and he's got it as Rosario got out of the way. And now they throw behind Nash, who just dove back. He was trying to bait them into doing something and didn't see the right fielder, Rodemaker, come all the way in to cover second, and it ended up being fairly close. Now the Revs will try to get this done with 2 outs as Nash and Rodemaker have some fun. And Talbin still stands at second. He was there with nobody out. He's now there with 2 outs. Here's Dotel, who's 1 for 3 tonight. Tied at 2 here in the bottom of the 8th. Rosario now set. First pitch in the dirt, and Clark wore that one off his gear, but keeps it right in front. I think the one thing that kind of went wrong at that showcase is that so many guys signed up that there were experienced guys trying to sign up, but it was full. So there were a lot of younger guys there. But Rosario, one of the more proven veterans that was at the thing, as the 1-0. Breaking ball misses high. Jonathan Neese was there. That's who Long Island took, but he was signed by Seattle before even seeing the Revs on opening weekend, which he was scheduled to do. Would have started Sunday. Hitters count for Dotel. Here's the 2-0. Swing and a line drive, base hit center. Nash is being sent. Deaza up, throwing to the plate. Nash slides and he's in. And Dotel goes to second. And the Revs lead 3-2 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. A clutch 2-out base hit right back up the middle.
A tale of 2 series for Wellington Dotel. Real cold start, but he's been on fire so far against the Bees. Second hit today after hitting 2 yesterday, and maybe none bigger here as again for the second consecutive day the Revs will head to the 9th with the lead.
Looking to make it back-to-back comeback wins. And here in the 8th, the first hit for either team since the 5th inning belongs to Dotel. Here's Dent, 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch. First offering, breaking ball called strike. Then New Britain in the 9th inning, and I believe it's Perez again. They will have the middle third of the order. Rogers, Rodemaker, and Rosa due up. Revs now in front. Here's the 0-1. Slider, Bren's low. So they had Nash at second with no outs. Rosario gets a ground out that did not advance him and a pop-up. All the pressure moved to Dotel. They had first base open, so he didn't have to get a great pitch to hit. But he blistered it right back up the middle, coming through big time. Now look back, and the 1-1. Breaking ball sits high. It is the third hit with men in scoring position for the Revs tonight. They had 3 in the first 4 games coming in. 3 for 25. Tonight they're, I believe it's now 3 for 9. There's the 2-1. Fastball on the outside, a called strike. A little bit of a delay. Dent had a look back. It's 2-2. Run is charged to Simon. 3+ innings, 3 runs, 2 earned. Now the 2-2. Fastball down and away. Dent works it full. Corey Bass is on deck. The Revs are 3 for 10, I should say, with men in scoring position tonight. Rosario ready. 3-2, Dotel fakes running. Dent swings and skies it. Flips the bat away. It's in shallow right center. Martinez from second. Under it, and he drops it! And Dotel is going to score, and the Revs plate an insurance run. On the air by the second baseman, the Bees' 3rd error of the night. And the Revs get another break. It's 4-2 York here in the bottom of the 8th.
The ever-important insurance run, and that play looked fishy. That is some fantastic board work from our creative director, Cody Bannon, there, with the participation trophy being shown.
Oh my.
Absolutely brutal, but hey, not our problem.
So a 4-2 lead.
That's good work from Cody.
And Dent hit it a mile up, and Martinez just missed it. Here's Bass. He swings, lines one, down the line and left, and that's a base hit. Dent on his way to third. He's going to be held there. Galvez fishes it off the warning track and chucks it in. Corey Bass with a double, his second hit tonight. And it's second and third as the Revs look for some more. Now, it looked like he got it off the end of the bat a bit, but that works. He yanks it over toward the line. Solid hit off the end. And all the way to the wall it went. Now Alexi Casilla could really bust this thing open. 4-2 the lead. Outfield comes in shallow on Casilla. First pitch, breaking ball, and it sits a little tall. 1-0. Alexi 1 for 4, single and a run scored back in the 5th. Now the 1-0. Look out, in by his ankles. He dances across the plate. That's ball 2. First base is open. Henry Castillo is the man on deck. Revs got a gift for an insurance run, now looking for even more. Rosario ready. The 2-0. Way high, and Alexi has to duck away from that. Ball 3. It's getting a little uncomfortable in there against Rosario. And he's getting a bit wild on this hitter. Here's the stretch. The 3-0, taking all the way, and it's a strike.
Stepped out of the box. I don't blame him. I mean, it wasn't really close with the first 3.
Now 3-1. And Rosario to the plate. Swing and a miss. Fastball, I believe that says 96. And Casilla firing away. It's a full count. Again, it's the middle third of their order, so any more insurance would certainly be welcome. There's the stretch. The 3-2. Swing, and he fouls it down against his foot. And Casilla pays the price to stay alive there. Does appear to be Julio Perez who's ready. He is in the Revs dugout waiting. He had already finished loosening. He and Rosa both will go back-to-back nights. Here's the stretch, another 3-2, and a swing and a pop-up foul, backing out of play. 4-2 York with 2 runs here in the 8th, both with 2 outs. And Perez, by the way, will become the Revs' first to 4 appearances and the first to go in 3 consecutive games this season, with Monday's off day included. Rosario ready. Another 3-2. Swing and a high fly, center field. De Aza drifts in. He's under it waiting. Shallow makes the grab, and that's the inning. But the Revs take the lead with 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 men left. And looking to make it back-to-back nights with a comeback win. We're going to the 9th. It's Perez time, and it's York 4, New Britain 2.
One of downtown York's gems, Revival Social Club is the place to be in York. Experience our imaginatively, globally inspired menu with everything made from scratch using fresh local products. Try our innovative, creative cocktails at happy hour, Monday through Friday from 4:30 to 6:30. Pop-up events and brunches, dinner with the family, and the perfect party venue with a private room for up to 40 people upstairs. That's Revival Social Club, 19 North George Street in York. Check us out online at revivalsocialclubyork.com.
Image 360 York is your choice for graphics that enhance, signage that works, and displays that inform. Everything from color change car wraps to vehicle wraps for your entire fleet, custom window graphic, decals and lettering, interior signage graphics and displays. Don't replace when you can reface. Call Rob and his team at 717-757-4909. That's 757-4909. Or order online at image360.com/YorkPA. It's fast, affordable, and convenient. Image 360, 2260 Industrial Highway in York.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Get the latest on the Orioles with the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by Dan Connolly. Mondays at 6 on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. Downtown's ready. Are you? The Revs play here. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. York.
Head of the 9th, it's 4-2 York. Julio Perez takes over. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Had a 1-2-3 save last night. Rogers is up first. First pitch, fastball right down the middle for ball 1. Perez saved last night, the 7th of his career, first since 2016 in the Diamondbacks system. Here's the 1-0. Swinging a foul back over the roof. Some defensive changes as J.P. Sportman comes into play center. Dotel moves from center to right. Mesa moves from right all the way over to left. 4-2 the lead. Here's the stretch from Perez. The 1-1. Look out in near the shoulder of Rogers, who has to bail. 94. And quite tight. Rogers 0 for 3 tonight. Rodemaker and Rosa will follow. Perez sets. The 2-1. Swing and a line drive left field. Mesa going over. It's going to carry to the warning track. Short hops the wall. He plays the carom barehanded and lobs it into second. It's a leadoff single. It's the Bees' first hit since the 5th and ends a streak of 10 in a row set down by Revs pitchers. 9 of those 10 on ground balls.
And you got to know yourself out there, and Mesa did just that. He didn't want to overrun it. Have an opportunity for him to stretch that single into a double. Just played it off the wall, kept it there. Keep him at first. Double play still in order here with Bijan Rodemaker stepping up.
And Rodemaker tonight, 1 for 3, a triple early in the game and a run scored. Revs lead at 4-2 here in the top of the 9th inning. And Perez from the stretch fires. It is just outside. Ball 1. Perez team leading 4th appearance. Now to the plate. Inside, Rodemaker has to jump back. Falls behind him, 2-0. Some others may have appeared in a 4th game today as well, but Perez in his 4th, he'll at least be tied for the league lead. Here's the 2-0, and that's high. Perez had a tough one in the opener. His last 2 have been scoreless. It is his 3rd consecutive team game in which he's pitched. Here's the 3-0. That just missed. Down and in. It's a 4-pitch walk, and the Bees have their first 2 on here in the top of the 9th. A few of those didn't miss by much. Now is not the time of the night to get tight back there. Here's Jovan Rosa, who's 1 for 3. The tying run is Rodemaker at first base. And Rosa asks for time, takes a step out. Perez goes to the rosin bag. And now ready. First pitch to Rosa. Swing and a foul tip to the net. He was looking to launch one. On the first one he got, it was 95 up, and he foul tips it back. Rosa, one of the greats in Bees history. They're only in their 4th year, but he's been a stalwart. Been there since the beginning. Perez ready. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, a slider. And Rosa fans right through it. After Rosa, you've got to get through Davidson Romero, who's on deck. Jonathan Galvez. It's a pretty good New Britain lineup. Perez now, the 0-2. Swing and a miss! He struck him out! High gas and a foul tip into the mid of Bass. That fastball at 95. 1 down in the 9th.
He got all that one. He laid in and knew he had to blow it by him and did just that now. Big first out for him.
Now we're going to have a pinch runner, Darren Ford, for the lead runner, Jason Rogers. He's not the tying run. Interesting.
Congratulations to Anna Snyder.
Well, Davidson Romero, the hitter, tonight 0 for 3. Did hit one Almost to the wall and left earlier in the game that Tejeda made a nice play on. There's the stretch from Perez. And the first pitch in tight as Romero has to jump back. 4-2 York here in the 9th. Last night, Perez faced Romero, retired him on a pop-up to short to begin the 9th inning. Julio ready. And the 1-0. Ford takes off. It's in the dirt outside. Bass makes the pick. It's a 2-0 count. Ford with a steal of third, but Rodemaker didn't go from first. For now, the double play possibility is still there.
Yeah, I don't know how you don't go there. I mean, the attention is going to take you to third base. You want to have the double steal on. I mean, it's good for us. Really, that run means nothing. So if he scores, whatever, get the out. And as just said, double play still in order.
Falls behind Romero, though. Here's the stretch. The 2-0 inside, ball 3. 98. But Perez, who was locked in last night, has been all around the zone here tonight. Got to come all the way back on Romero. 3-0, now steps off. Rosario, who pitched the bottom of the 8th for New Britain, taken right before Perez in that showcase draft. The 3-0, and there's a strike. Pours it over at 95. Just to get me over at 95.
Not a lot of people boast that.
Romero, who always takes some time staring out at the field. He looks like he's staring at the pitcher, but may not be the case. Now digs in. The 3-1. Outside, ball 4. And Romero is jawing at Perez, and he spikes his bat back toward the dugout. There is something going on between those two. And Nash is going to come over and try to calm down Romero and walk him to first base. I have no idea. Is it because he got him out last night?
I don't know. You don't know what goes on, and we're not calling the games.
Yeah, maybe it was something before even the Atlantic League. I have no idea.
Yeah, besides all that, which means nothing.
Now they're loaded. Here's Galvez and a slider low. So the tying run is now at second base. Galvez is 2 for 3 tonight. Has a steal and a run scored as well. New Britain has loaded the bases with 1 out. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a line drive. Down the line in left field, it's a base hit. Bees have tied the game. It skips to the base of the wall. Both runs are home to tie it. It's second and third, and it's a 2-run double for Jonathan Galvez, and we are tied at 4. Off the end of the bat, he didn't crush it, but he plants it down the line in left field. And the Bees have answered back and tied it here in the 9th.
As you said, off the end of the bat, just a tough break. But, I mean, control is the issue. Cannot be walking guys in the bottom of the 9th inning, especially in a save situation, and that will end Julio Perez's night.
Man. The pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Fabian Roman coming in. Galvez on his 3rd hit of the game ties it up, and it's 4-4, and Roman trying to keep it tied in a dicey situation that he enters second and third with 1 out here in the 9th when we come back.
There's a lot of talk out there about good health care. We all want a good plan. But step outside and take a good look at all those beautiful trees and shrubs in your yard. Do you have a plan to maintain their good health? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care has a veteran staff of 12 fully licensed and trained tree health care professionals to rely on, including 10 certified arborists and 3 PA certified horticulturalists. So don't let your trees and shrubs fend for themselves against Mother Nature. Visit heritagelawnandlandscape.com and get world-class care right in your backyard.
You get in your car and you start your car the car in gear. And you go nowhere.
What the?
Because your transmission has failed, or you try and put it in gear and it makes an awful grinding noise, or you put it in gear and take off, but when it's time for the transmission to shift, the RPMs just go higher, but you aren't gaining any speed.
Dang it!
Now you've heard of the good-looking genius and the crew at Broadway Transmission, right here on the radio. But now all you have to do is go to www.broadwaytrans.com to arrange a tow right from the website, and in a flash, your vehicle is on its way to the recovery, and with the best tracked warranty in the industry. Easy financing, free towing with repairs, AAA authorized, and the most recommended family-owned transmission shop around since 1951.
Broadway Transmission will get your shift together and stand behind it too. Visit us on the web at broadwaytrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
Cannonball Charlie's ready. Are you? The Revs play here. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK, York.
Fabian Roman, the new pitcher for the Revs. Perez, a night after a 1-2-3 save, is charged with a blown save here. It's a tie game, and pinch hitter Jared James stands in for Tyler Clark. Revs bring the infield in. Second and third, one out. First pitch, down and in off the glove of Bass. He will quickly scamper back to recover it. Roman had a really tough first outing on Saturday night. And he was charged with 1 run in 1 inning, but a couple of walks, and spiked a lot of his fastballs in front of home plate. And he might have been over-amped for his debut, but it's appearance number 2, the 1-0. That's down and in, and Bass got most of it, kept it nearby, but now a 2-0 count. The Revs have fallen behind, it seems like, just about every New Britain hitter here in this 9th inning. There's the stretch. And the 2-0. Swing and a miss. Fastball at 91. And some late tail on it as well. James 1 for 4 at the plate with a double. Left-hand hitter, pinch hitting for Clark. Now Roman the stretch. And the 2-1 in the dirt, blocked by Bass. And for now, maybe makes a game-saving block with a runner at third base. Roman behind 3-1, top of the order, and Amarista waiting on deck. Roman nods yes. Here's the stretch. And the pitch in the dirt. Ball 4. It skips behind Bass again, but quickly back on it. And the bases are now loaded with 1 out. The third walk of the inning.
I mean, it's big here. Can't be doing that again. The infield, the middle infielder moved to double play depth. Corner infielders just stay just about a step away from the grass, but it's now or never for Fabian Roman.
They had not walked anybody all night until this 9th inning.
Very inopportune time to start that trend.
Here's Amarista, who's 1 for 4, RBI single in the 5th. First pitch, he swings, fouls it back, and out of play. Amarista, the big league vet. 7 seasons with the Angels, Padres, and Rockies. 702 major league games. And then last year was in Mexico and also at AAA with the Phillies. Here's the stretch. The 0-1. Swinging a foul against the netting. Now Roman this time in the strike zone and gets ahead. And he'll go to that spike cleaner behind the mound. 4-4 game here in the 9th inning. Roman ready. The 0-2. Swinging a fly ball, golf to right field. They will tag Romero at third. Detwiler rather is there. Catch is made, fires home, it's cut off, and the Bees take the lead. It is 5-4. Alexi Amarista, a sac fly to right field. Medium depth in right, but it was enough to bring Romero home, and New Britain, with 3 runs across, takes the lead.
Man, just tough. Everything we saw that was so impressive last game in the late innings just didn't happen here today, and it's a shame.
And leading up to the 9th inning tonight,
Rosa DeMarty, both were perfect. And gotta finish games.
Here's Ozzie Martinez, who's 2 for 4, the 8th hitter of the inning. It's first and second, 2 outs. Roman the pitch, swinging a sharp grounder at short, hard right to Den. He's got it, flips to second just in time. But New Britain takes the lead with 3 runs on 2 hits, 3 walks, 2 men left. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Revs need at least a run. It'll be Castillo, Mesa, and Nash coming up trying to provide that, with York trailing 5-4.
The York County Solid Waste Authority turns up the heat every day, on your garbage, that is. Advanced waste-to-energy technology is used to burn garbage at 1,800 degrees Fahrenheit in environmentally controlled combustion units. This reduces air emissions and produces electricity, enough to power 20,000 homes every minute of every day. Visit www.ycswa.com to learn more. In York County, garbage is power.
Talking about WOYK's new FM signal, Sports Radio 98.9, and who better to check in with than a spokesperson for WOYK himself. WOYK listener Everett George joins us. Everett, what are your thoughts on the new FM signal?
Well, it's very clear, and Dan Patrick's voice sounds really authentic.
What are your favorite things to listen to on the new FM channel?
Well, naturally, it's going to be York Revolution Baseball and Dan Patrick, and I don't know the other guys yet, but you know, it's FM and
well, it's the same station, it's the same programming lineup. Do you like to listen to The Herd on FM?
Yeah, he's one of my favorites, him and Dan Patrick. The Herd's, he's kind of goofy, but he's all right.
Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports. Listen live and on demand with the new WOYK app and online at 989WOYK.com.
Revs trying to get to 2 and 3. New Britain scores 3 times and now in danger of a 1 and 4 start. Revs looking to get at least a run back and tie it again. It'll be left-hander Giovanni Soto on. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Henry Castillo will lead things off. Switch hitter bats from the right now. First pitch is up high. Saw Soto with the Road Warriors a bunch last year. And with New Britain in 1 game, he's gone 1-2-3 inning with 2 strikeouts. That was at Somerset over the weekend. Here's the 1-0, and it's high and away. Soto, 6'2" lefty. Has gotten big league time. Six games with Cleveland in 2015. Here's the 2-0. It is on the outside corner for a strike. It's Castillo, Mesa, and Nash. Darren Ford, who pinch ran, stays into play left. Jonathan Galvez moves from left to first. Castillo 2 for 4 with a double tonight. The 2-1, swinging a foul tip into the mitt. And that's the mitt of Logan Moore, who comes in to catch. Tyler Clark was pinch hit for. It was tied. Revs tied it with 2 in the 5th. It stayed tied until York put up 2 in the bottom of the 8th, but New Britain immediately answered with 3 in the 9th inning. And now Castillo asking for time and backs away. Revs are 1-1 in games in which the lead changes hands. 2-2. Swinging a fly ball, right field. Rodemaker coming in, and he's going to get there in shallow right. Makes the catch for out number 1. Melky Mesa coming up next. Mesa 1 for 3 tonight. RBI infield hit in the 5th. Also on base on a walk. And there you hear Talbin getting rid of his bat weight. He is on deck. Soto the pitch. Fastball missed away. 5-4 the score. Both teams 1-3. Both teams in need of wins. They will meet again tomorrow at 11 a.m. The 1-0, swing and a miss. Fastball, he keeps it away. Soto's location so far tonight has been pretty good. Still has to get through Mesa and Nash. Sportman stands on the top step in the hole. Pitch is hit in the air, left center field. Toward the gap, Ford on the run, lays out, and he makes the grab. Diving onto the warning track in left center field. And Darren Ford, who came in as a pinch runner in the top of the 9th, makes the defensive play of the game. The tying run would have been at least at second base.
Oh, man. I mean, there's nothing Melky can do. He hit it in the perfect spot, and everything had to line up. There's no way Galvez is getting to that ball if he's still in the game. Everything had to line up perfectly there for the Bees, and unfortunately for the Revs, it did. Unbelievable catch there by Ford.
Man. Here's Talbot Nash. Revs down to their final out. First pitch is off the plate away. Nash is 1 for 3 tonight. RBI single in the 5th. Last inning, he started the 2-run rally with a walk and scored. But Revs now trailing down to their 27th out. Here's the 1-0. Swing, and he fouls it back up onto the roof. Nash checking and tapping the bat against the dirt to make sure he didn't crack it. Nash, the hero last night, 7th inning tie-breaking home run. He's trying to keep the game alive. Outfield is a mile deep. Pitch is bounced toward third. It's foul. Down to Polo, and the Revs are down to their last strike tonight. 1-2 with 2 outs in the 9th. You know, Ford's play, I mean, the outfield was pretty deep, but I think he was also shading Melky to the gap to begin with. Mesa hits a lot of his shots in the gap, and
Wynn took that one too. I mean, Just a highlight reel play out there for Ford.
Now Soto with the 1-2. Yeah, changeup dives down and away. Nash lays off. Well, we've had two very entertaining games between the Revs and the Bees this series. At the moment, 2 one-run games. Soto looks, shakes off. Now an emphatic nod, yes, he's ready. And the 2-2. Swinging a number off the end of the bat to second base. Ozzie Martinez has it, throws to first, and that'll do it. The Revs let one get away in the 9th inning tonight as New Britain scores 3 times. The lead changed hands twice in the final 2 innings, and tonight it's the Bees who come out on top in a 1-run game. Final score 5-4. Sets up a rubber match tomorrow. The Revs had their sights set on back-to-back wins and a chance to go for a sweep. Instead, they fall to 1-4, and will try to win the series tomorrow morning. 5-4 the final. Stay tuned. Post-game show follows next.
Hey, Revs fans, as if being a season ticket holder wasn't already awesome enough, did you know that another perk of being a season ticket holder is you get a VIP restaurant card good for deals and discounts at 6 participating restaurants? The VIP restaurant card is good at these restaurants: Venice Pizza and Restaurant, 15% off order for dine-in or takeout. Revival Social Club, 1 free dessert per person per ticket per visit. Fuddruckers, 15% off total purchase. Be at Thai, 10% off your order.